119 on a Tuesday. It is a live Imaging Tuesday, and this is the show that is Hall of Fame, that is celebrating their 20th year on the station of ESPN LA. And by golly gee, I would say the stars of this radio station. It is time. Are you ready to start the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm feeling really bad about something.
What?
All right, so tell me how I could have handled this better. So, Mason.
Did you play golf this morning?
I did.
Your face is bright red.
It's a little red.
Oh, I put sunscreen on, too.
Yeah, bright red.
All right, but it'll calm down.
Oh, it'll calm down, sure.
You got to be careful when that morning sun cuts through.
Yeah, but I had full sunscreen on. It's weird. All right, so if you listen to the games, when Mike and I do the games, you will notice how quickly at the end of the first half we get out.
Right.
All right, and the reason for that is, this is a little behind the scenes here, is they start a 15-minute clock.
Mm-hmm.
The second the half ends.
Right.
Okay? Half ends, clock's at 0, they put 15 on the clock and start it.
Right.
So I say, Torian Prince jumper no good. That's the end of the second quarter. Lakers lead 58-50. Beto Duran next on the ESPN LA Lakers radio network.
Isn't that so you can hit the can?
Correct.
Okay.
So, and by the way, you can, if you delay, even for, like, if Michael and I go, hey, wow, that was a crazy play, let's talk about that. You delay for 30 seconds, you're not going to the bathroom. Because, as you guys all know,
there's lines.
And they kneecapped the media room, and there's
right.
no, so you'll be in line for 20 minutes. So if you're going to go, you got to go. So, and this has never in the 12 years of me having this job happened until last night. I do exactly what I always do. Shot no good. Lakers by 8. Beto Duran next on the ESPN LA Lakers radio network. And I turn and bolt up the stairs. And some guy, nice guy, goes, I know you're super busy, but I just wanted to say hi. And I go, I'm so sorry I can't. And I blew right by him.
No, John, no.
And I never do that.
Wow. Sean Ireland acting like
I know
like a megastar
just
blowing off a fan.
You were big timing him.
I go, I'm so sorry. And I just kept going.
Why not tell him, walk with me to the bathroom, son?
That's my question. Would that have been
you probably
weird?
shouldn't say son, but you know what I mean.
Did
he want to take a picture? Or?
I don't know. I didn't give him a chance to
here's
even
what I would
tell
say.
me.
I'd say, listen, I'm really busy. Just walk with me real quick. I got to get in the restroom. Let's talk. What's your name? Blah, blah, blah. Then you get into the bathroom, and if he continues talking with you, that might be awkward. But you say, hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Well, in the bathroom I was going to, I can't take him with me because I go
right.
up the concourse, down the back stairs.
Well, I don't think taking him to the can is necessarily the right thing. Walking him there, yeah.
Well, Chris just said that's what I should have done.
Let's walk along together.
Can you
but
walk
not
with
like,
me? Walk with me.
Not like,
yeah.
All right,
that's what I'll do next time.
Use the next journal.
Sometimes
I don't think you're saying
anyway,
that.
If you want to come see me anytime but right at the beginning of the half.
You should have given him the line if it was any other time.
If it was any other time.
Well, now he knows. If you're listening, whoever you are, I'm very sorry.
Just a straight big time, huh?
Yeah, and it was awful.
Straight up.
It was.
Is this because you're a Hall of Famer now?
Yeah.
Maybe. Do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gone to your head?
I may
Gone
be.
to your peanut head?
Yeah. God, bad.
Well, I thought you were about to say something.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to go Ross Porter on us.
No. Nope.
I told that story a couple times.
Yeah, let's not. I don't even want to tell it.
I know, but
so now you're guilty.
Well, no, I just
tried to talk you
I
into
just
not
don't want to.
telling it
I don't want to
last week.
retell it. I don't want to retell it.
Oh, now this show doesn't want to retell stories?
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're the guys that don't retell stories.
I know you're going to be disappointed, but Live Imaging Tuesday is going to be we got a giant meeting block. So
okay.
I'm here, then I'm gone for 45 or so, maybe longer, and then I'm back.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll talk about
what's the meeting about? Is somebody getting fired?
No. This is a promotion.
They're on a roll with their friggin' meetings today.
No.
Well, it's because Sam's in town. Sam
Yeah.
Pines, our market manager's in town, and he's got a it's like a presidential candidate coming into town.
Don't get upset. Sedano and Cap had 4 of those last week.
Yeah, no, they're just
fine-tuned
They're
content.
just dressing people down.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
No,
You're
we're
dressing
not.
people down.
It's Corporate Greg's idea.
Yeah, smart.
I just come in there.
Yes, all mine. It was mine.
Good call.
I'm just the guy in the corner petting the kitty cat.
Yeah. Puts me in a pissed off mood to start the show. I'll tell you
guess
that
what?
much.
Nobody's above feedback.
Yeah.
Even the legend. Even the star of the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Do you have feedback for us?
No, feedback from Ace.
Yeah, feedback for me.
Just for you?
Yeah, just for me.
Okay, good
Not
to
for
know.
you at all, just for me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
John just blew off
actually for nobody else but me.
I just blew off a listener.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Ask Cappy last week. Cappy got a lot last week. A lot.
Got a lot of what?
A lot of feedback.
Yeah.
So did Shadano. Lindsay got a lot. DeAndre was clean in the whole thing.
DeAndre escaped.
DeAndre's okay. Well, he's only been on the show for, what, a month?
2 months.
6 months?
No, since December 1.
Since December 1. So he hasn't done anything wrong yet.
By the way, did either one of you watch the Laker game last night?
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
All right. Did you
I
go?
watched it in the
Chris,
massage
did you go?
chair
I
with
watched
the
it.
ears,
Okay.
and I'm listening to the whole. It's
If
great.
you can close your eyes and just
That
squint a little bit,
is-
they look like the Nuggets.
That is Exhibit A about why nobody wants to play the Lakers in the first round.
Right.
Because they have that in them somewhere where they can just come out and bully you.
Right.
And if D'Angelo Russell's making that shot like he was
Oh, well, I
last
mean,
night,
D'Angelo Russell, those three. The third one was just.
guy right in his
Actually,
face.
all three of them were just amazing, and
Well,
they
the
got
third one-
tougher as they went along.
The third one, he actually was falling down and
Right,
ended
his-
up on his wallet.
Kind of
when it went
heaved
through the
it.
hoop.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But that's why, and people look at last year, and the Lakers were the 7th seed, and everybody said, well, they're the 7th seed, they'll get knocked out in the first round. Well, they won the first round in 6 games. Then they had to play the Warriors in the second round. Warriors don't have any size,
Right.
just like Oklahoma City. The only size they have is Holmgren. And if you don't have any size, the Lakers are going to manhandle you.
And part of it is they're completely matchup dependent, right? Last
Correct.
year was matchup dependent. Like if they were to
Although
face
Mason-
if they were to face Oklahoma City in the playoffs, I would say let's say OKC's the one and the Lakers the. I'd actually like the Lakers to win that series. I've seen that movie.
I will pick them to win a first round series against anybody but Denver. Give me a team you wouldn't pick them to beat in the first round. Think about this. They played the Clippers 4 times.
Yep.
Beat them 3.
Right.
They played the Thunder 4 times. Beat them 3.
Right.
They played the Suns 5 times. Beat them 3.
Yep.
They match up great against everybody but Denver.
Yeah.
And
I don't think anybody matches them. Last night, I thought the defense was one of the best defensive performances
you.
of the year. I thought they did an unbelievable job on SGA, especially Austin Reeves, and even some Spencer Dinwiddie on SGA at one point. I thought team defensively they were great, and I thought Austin Reeves was like a dervish out there on SGA.
And
dervish.
if they-
That's
Dervish.
good use of the word.
Thank you.
If they play the way they did last night, they can hang with anybody. And that's why the Lakers are, I mean, I know you jump on and off the bandwagon and
Yes.
you're in the boat and you're out of the boat.
Although I do have money on them getting the 6. And I have
6?
I have mythical money on them getting to the 6.
by
They're
the way,
only
Chris,
3
have
out
you
of the
seen-
5.
Have you seen the,
I understand.
the standings?
3 out of the 5.
Let's see how tomorrow night goes, and then Friday
Well,
night, maybe.
and Sunday. So
And
think
Sunday.
about this. Tomorrow night, Sacramento, better record than the Lakers.
Yeah.
Fast team. Fast.
Friday night, Milwaukee, who's won like 8 games in a row and has a better record than the Lakers. Sunday, Minnesota, best record in the West. Then they have to go to Sacramento.
Yeah.
So I mean, this good feeling that I have could fall apart quick.
So
But
are you feeling good enough for that you can get 46 wins this year? Because Mace has over 45.5 wins for
all
the
right,
Lakers.
What do they have right now?
Yeah, what are we at?
34.
Yeah, so they'd have to get another 11 wins down the
No,
stretch.
well, 12, right? They've got to get to 46.
They have to get to
right?
46, yeah.
So they got to win 12 more.
Yes. Do you
12
feel like they
12
can
out of
get
19?
that?
12 out of, they got to go 12-7.
And this is all part of his mythical money bet that he had against on this. He
Well-
has $10K for that. And by the way, mythical money is brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the largest and number 1 daily fantasy sports
That's
platform
nice.
in
Wow,
North
that was
America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710 and use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Go ahead, John.
Let's pull that. That was integrated
That
content.
was really good.
Seamless.
Yeah,
All right.
we set that up.
So the Lakers are now 1 game out of the 8. They are a game and a half out of the 7.
Right. By the
And
way,
they
that
are-
means Sacramento is a huge game tomorrow night. They can pull to within a half of the 7 by
Correct.
beating
Really
the Kings.
must
And then-
win if
and
you
for
say.
you, Mace, the one that matters is they are 2 games behind Phoenix, and they have the tiebreaker.
Yes, that's right. So it's
So-
definitely possible.
Yeah.
46 might be a heavy lift, but I think they can get to the 6.
Yeah, and
Although, be careful. You get to the 6, and then you get Denver in the first round.
Then you're done.
No, Denver's going to be the 1.
Denver's the 3 right now.
Yeah, but look at how far behind
It's
they are.
very well. They're half game. Yeah, actually, Minnesota's technically first right now. OKC and Denver.
You
are
think
half
they could
game
beat
out.
Minnesota in a 7-game series?
I do, but
I do, but I
ask
don't think
me
that's
that
as good a
again-
matchup.
Ask me that again after Sunday night,
Okay.
because the Minnesota game, Christian will remember this. The Lakers made this furious comeback the last time we were in Minnesota, and LeBron, they were down like 9 with 30 seconds left, and the Lakers put on a full court press, did a bunch of steals. LeBron, when they're down 3 at the end of regulation, steals it, dribbles to the 3-point line, shoots, makes it. His foot clearly behind the line, and the refs blow it.
Those stinking scumbags.
They said it's a 2.
Right.
And so the game didn't go into overtime. But I think if it would have gone into overtime, the Lakers would have won that game.
I agree.
So, and by the way, you know where? Okay, so Phoenix is the one we're watching because they're the 6.
Yep.
And they're 2 games behind, or 2 games ahead of the Lakers.
Yes.
You know where Phoenix plays tonight?
No. Oh, yeah, Denver.
At Denver
Yeah,
without
at Denver.
Devin Booker. So after tonight,
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah, there you go.
Fine.
Closing in.
I like it.
Yeah.
Closing in.
Real quick, let me give some on-air feedback to John.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I love that.
It's good. That's what I never hear.
Oh, stop. Go through our text and see what I text you.
Yeah, it'll say you've lost a friend somewhere in there.
No, they're just bitching at me. All right.
I'll be back in a little while, Mace. I know you're excited.
I'm very excited. I look forward to seeing you again. Hey, it's time for everybody to change their passwords for everything.
Really?
I will explain coming up next. In the meantime, you know, the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is going on right now. The Hyundai you've always wanted is there. And as always, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty and 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. I am driving the Elantra right now. The Elantra Hybrid, absolutely love it. You may want the Sonata, which is super stylish, the Ioniq 6, if you want to go to an EV. Again, 3 years, 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Hurry in today because their great deals will not last. More joy to every journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on now. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap for your after.
All right, guys, it's officially back. Fifth Row Fridays presented by BBGO.
That's the official game day snack of the Lakers, by the way. And this is the best thing we give away. 5th row seats to a Laker game. How many times do people come up to us and say, hey, give me Laker tickets?
Yes.
We don't have them. I don't even have them, but you can win them if you listen every day.
And these seats are better than the seats that you and Michael have, right?
15 rows better.
Yeah.
Michael and I are like row 20. So here's how you win. You listen every day to all the shows and take notes. If you can answer 5 questions about what happened on the show that day, you're eligible to win.
And don't forget, on Fridays, your chance to call in all 5 right answers, and you are in the 5th row at Crypto.com Arena for a Lakers game.
For free!
Now,
All right, so got terrible news for everybody.
No.
Yes. An astronomical 26 billion records of leaked, breached, and sold data has been discovered on the web, and it's likely that everybody's information is caught up in this now.
Okay, so everybody's got your passwords.
Yeah, now everybody's got your password. Now, will you go through and change your passwords because you know that 26 billion records are out there?
Probably. I should probably change my passwords anyway. I haven't
Probably
changed
should.
them in a while.
Probably should do it from time to time, right? What about you, Bergman? Do you change your passwords?
I just have so many passwords.
It's so complicated.
I have a different password for everything.
Damn.
That would take me days.
Yeah, there's
I
so
don't-
much. But I mean the important stuff like credit cards and social media.
Those ones.
Credit cards, social media accounts, absolutely. Brian, will you change anything?
Probably not. Maybe if if something happens, I would change it.
Brian,
Yeah,
don't
I check
change.
my thing.
Then
but-
it's
Then
too
it's
late.
too late. They've already hooked you, and your stuff is already gone.
See, Mace,
But
you
they
don't
already
need
got
to
it.
change any of your passwords because you're on TikTok, so they have all your info anyway.
Right, they've already
Yeah.
got my info. The Chinese
Exactly.
can tell you any of my passwords. Laura, will you change any passwords?
Come all the way over here.
Sorry, guys, mic issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually do it maybe every 3 months.
You change all passwords?
Like my social media and my credit cards, my bank account, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You
Laura-
got it, man.
Laura
And
just-
I'm broke and I still do it. Y'all should do it.
Laura just gave me a laundry challenge.
Okay. Oh, yeah?
Popcorn oil on a pair of pants she likes. Now, I'm going to do I've got something specifically.
Your Schadenfreude?
I got something specifically, Laura, that addresses oil. So I'm hoping that'll kick it out. But the fact that you've already taken a swing at it is working against me. If you already wash it once.
I did. I tried because
Okay, because
they're
then
new
the stain
pants.
sets. But let me see what I can do.
Okay.
I will have an update tomorrow.
I
The
appreciate
set
it.
stain. So you think it may not be. Now, I brought you something and it came right out.
Yeah, and Bergman did too.
Yeah.
So I don't want to let Laura down.
By the way, the thing that I gave, I don't understand this. The thing I gave you to clean was a white polo from ESPN LA. And it had pin marks on it.
Yeah.
Now, I went to put it on the other day. It has pin marks on it again. A totally different set of pin marks. So I
Bring
have
it
no
back.
idea why.
Bring it back.
Bring it back?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I'll
What's
get,
the name of that magic product you use?
Schadenfreude.
No.
It's not called Schadenfreude. What's
It's called Matzenbachers.
Matzenbachers.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Matzenbachers.
And they make different things for, like they have one that takes pen out. They have
Right.
one that takes oil out. They have one that takes grease out. I have them all. I have
Right.
the full complement of
Very
stain
nice.
removers.
Very nice.
Which I will be trying on Laura's garment later today.
So I came across, actually, you came across yesterday, 22-year-old model Heike Konings. Have you heard her?
Is this the one that hooked up with DiCaprio?
Or didn't hook up with him?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting story.
Okay, so according to her, and she's a supermodel.
Well, she's a model. The super is in the eye of the beholder.
Oh,
But
is
yeah.
that?
She's very attractive.
She's described as one anyway.
Yeah.
According to Conan, she bumped into DiCaprio at a private LA nightclub where they met, eye contact, and Leo's manager called her over. Hey, come here. Psst.
You.
Leo wants to talk to you. So she claims Leo asked her to come home with him, but she turned him down. Leo didn't feel too bad about getting rejected because he apparently ended up leaving with another woman.
Of course he did.
Heike said he reacted very shocked. Of course, he wasn't used to it when I said I didn't know him well enough to sleep with him, whereupon he just turned to another girl and took her home. Now, Leo only dates women under the age of 25, seemingly.
Yeah.
Is this, I mean, good for him, right? Do we say good for him?
I have no issue with anybody dating anybody.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
But he's out there apparently just trolling, right?
Right. Nice work if you can get
Yeah,
it.
it is nice work if you can get it.
But what's interesting about this is Leo's people now,
Yep.
Leo's PR people are in full spin mode.
Yes.
So they claim that she's making all this up to get clicks and get noticed, and obviously it's working.
It's
because
working.
We're talking about her.
Yep.
Laura, who do you believe? Do you believe Leo and his people that this girl's just trying to cash in on his name, or do you believe her and she called him old and
creepy.
weird?
Old and
Yeah.
weird, yes.
Yeah, who do you believe, Laura?
Man, he's hot, so I believe his camp. And I usually believe the girl, but sorry, girl. No, I believe him.
So here's a little wrinkle that adds to this. She says she had other friends who slept with Leo.
Okay.
And one friend said he kept his earphones in during sex because he didn't want to hear her.
So weird.
That is the
minute.
greatest story I've ever
I
heard.
was going to say, Greg,
kept his
Greg, is
earphones
that
in.
allowed?
No, well,
Can I? How's
not
that
for
going to
me.
go for me if I try that?
Not for me. Not for me and you, but for Leo, it works.
He kept his earphones in during sex because he didn't want to hear her.
There's just some people that can do things
That's
like that.
love, by the way.
And it's not
you
us.
You know when your partner has earphones in, they really love you.
Wonder what he. Yeah.
Love, yes.
Wonder what he
Leo.
was listening to. What do you think he was listening to?
It's a good question.
Is this Captain Tennille? He was listening to Captain Tennille,
Oh, he's listening
right?
to this?
Yeah.
Listen to some motivation.
What about another girl?
Another girl.
The girl, like,
So wait a minute. So he would be listening to another
like
girl.
porn. Can I say that?
Porn. Oh,
Yeah, okay, porn.
yeah, you can say that.
I don't know. I'm just like,
Wasn't that a movie with
saying.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt that he was addicted to porn? And look up a movie called Don John, or Don Juan or something. It's
I think it's Don John.
okay. So the premise of this movie was Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a New York guy, and he does well with women, but he's addicted to porn.
Right.
Then he meets Scarlett Johansson.
Right.
And starts dating her, and they're sleeping together.
Yeah.
And it's, can he give up the porn for her?
Right.
And that's like the premise of the movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Did
I
you do
don't-
it?
I can't remember. I don't remember how it ends. It's not a very good movie. I didn't watch it all the way to the end.
No.
But
Not a good movie.
did you watch it?
Yeah, I saw it. And
So
ScarJo's great.
how did it end?
I mean, it was so long ago when it came out, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he gave it up and he went with ScarJo.
Right.
That makes sense.
I believe you probably know the ending to this story, a romantic comedy. You know he figures it out.
But it
and winds
wasn't
up
really
with
a
her at the
comedy.
end.
It was
no?
really, it's kind of raunchy. Yeah.
But
But
like, why can't he watch porn? Who cares? Even if he's addicted to it, who cares?
yeah, I've never had a problem with,
No.
Are you gonna?
No,
are you gonna
you've
tell us
never
about
had
a
a problem
nightly
with it.
routine
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah,
John?
regular.
no, I don't.
Cappy would.
Cappy's anti-porn?
No. He would just tell you about his nightly routine.
Yeah, like I look at my favorites bar, and it's like ESPN, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Barrett Sports Media, Mediaite, Bro Bible, Big Lead, Pornhub.
Yeah. I think most people are.
It's good to bookmark it,
Yeah.
although it's always there, right?
I don't know bookmark it, but if I type a few letters,
Yeah, it will
tends
pop
to
right up.
suggest,
Exactly.
yeah.
All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. It's Laura's wheel from now on. We will
Laura's
do
taking
it.
over the wheel.
We will do it coming up next. In the meantime, life's journey has got its highs and its lows. As I've told you on the show here last week or so, I'm sort of at a low. And I'm working through it. And I've got a lot of support at home, and that's really important. If you are struggling with any sort of mental health issue, the first thing you can do is tell somebody. That's really, really important. Tell somebody you're having a hard time so they know how to support you. And the LA County Department of Mental Health is there for you, too. Their caring team offers more than just a listening ear. They provide free emotional support and service referrals and crisis counseling. You can call their 24/7 helpline at 800-854-7771 or visit their website at dmh.lacounty.gov. Your mental health is their priority. Let them be your support in this journey. Together, let's shape a brighter tomorrow with hope and recovery and well-being. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Every Friday, we're giving away 4 p.m. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right, guys. All right, so I saw this story on social media. It really caught my attention. A young man decided to go to Instagram to call out his cousin because he's naming the food in his fridge with either his name or a dollar amount. He's mad because he's letting his cousin live rent-free at his apartment while he just lost his job. And he thinks it's out of pocket for his cousin to name everything he's buying, every food, cereal.
So he puts his name on things?
Yeah,
So the owner of the house doesn't eat it.
No.
Okay.
And he's like, hey, I get it. You're having a rough time, but like it's out of pocket because you're living here rent-free. So I wanted to know if you guys would let somebody live rent-free because, they just lost their job or difficult times. How would you handle the situation?
It depends who it is.
It's a cousin. So they're cousins.
My cousin lost his job.
Most of my cousins, matter of fact, I can't think of any of my cousins I wouldn't let live with me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got an extra room. I would say, sure, you got a weekend here. That's about it.
Right, he's 2 weeks in.
Give you a bounce back weekend.
He's 2 weeks in.
Then you're on your own, kid.
And to me, it's like I would let somebody live with me, right? Like they're having a rough time.
No, I would too, sure.
But don't tell me you're using my fridge, my electricity, my everything, and you're putting something in there, and it's like an abundance. It's kind of weird.
He seems ungrateful.
Right.
That's how it comes off.
This is my my ketchup.
Yeah.
This is my.
Exactly.
It's my top ramen. It's not yours.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
touch it.
Yeah, see, I think that.
If I was living in someone else's house, I would not put any labels on my food. If he wants to take it, he can take it.
But I know people that take stuff out of the fridge that isn't theirs, like at an office, and I'm always like, what are you doing? Like, there's stuff in there with its name on it, and then somebody will say, oh, that disappeared, and you realize somebody else ate something that had somebody else's name on it.
Yeah, but that's an office. You shouldn't touch anything in an office
Correct.
that's not yours.
By the way, I don't think I would never. Yeah, I wouldn't touch anything in that refrigerator.
I refuse to touch.
I don't think I've ever put anything in that fridge.
I have not.
So if you remember, last year or the year before, I had my friends live with me for like 6 months. And
I remember that.
And they lived rent free, and they shared everything. They bought groceries. They put a whole bunch of stuff in. They never said you can't touch this, except for one time, and I got in trouble for that. My friend. It was my friend and his wife and their little 3-year-old son. He got so mad at me that he went into his room.
The son did?
No, the husband, my friend from high school. His
Yeah.
name's John. John got so mad at me. He went into his room and
What'd
closed
you
the door.
do?
I guess it was supposed to be this really romantic dinner for him and his wife.
And you ate it?
I ate like one burrito. I didn't know. Everything was constantly in there. And so I ate the burrito, and he's like,
That's
that was
awesome.
not for you. This was And he got so mad, went into the room, closed the door.
But it's your house.
Exactly. It's my house.
Yeah, I think he's ungrateful.
Yeah,
He
I do
got
too.
so mad.
I do too.
No, he's my
if
best
somebody
friend,
had to
it's
live
fine.
in my house, I would be okay with it. You have a much bigger house than I just
Yeah.
have one extra room. I think you got like 4 rooms, don't you?
Yeah.
Isn't you like a 4-bedroom house?
Yeah.
And one's your TV room.
Yeah. And you could easily live in there. That'd actually be a good room to live in.
Yeah, it's just got a massage chair.
Yeah, and it's got a giant couch
Big screen
and an
TV.
80-inch TV.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be my first pick, actually, if I had to live in one room.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I would not. Greg, I think that guy was wrong to get mad at you. You were letting him stay there for free. If you want to eat his burrito, let him. He should have shut up.
I just wanted a burrito. I don't see what's wrong with
Yeah.
that.
Uber Eats, bro.
Hey, Bergman, did you have any bets on cut last night?
I did have a bet on cut last night.
Did you win?
I did win. I had the under because you remember we talked
That's
about it.
right. You
It
had
was
the under in the game last
on
night.
the game last night. It was 238 and ended up something like 220 something. So I won. I won $10.
And
so
Mace,
sorry.
your cut bet is tonight, right?
Yeah, I actually wound up getting Lakers plus 1.5 last night.
Oh, look at you.
on
Easy
cut
win.
last night, which was an easy win for $10. And tonight I've got $10 on. I've actually got 2 bets. I've got Nuggets minus 7.5 over Phoenix with no Bradley Beal, and I've got Toronto on the money line against New Orleans. What do you think? Toronto tonight over New Orleans? Games at Toronto. We need New Orleans to lose, right?
Yeah, but New Orleans is better than Toronto.
Yeah. I just took them straight up on the money line. Toronto at home.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that one for
Yeah.
you, but the other one you should win.
So-
the Denver bet you should win.
There is a brand new legal betting app in California. That's what we've been talking about. It's called Cut. And they offer a more fun way to bet where you can literally put your money where your mouth is. On Cut, you can bet directly against your buddies, other users, on sports and pop politics and pop culture and everything in between. All the bets are pre-funded. Now, here's what you need to do to play along. And you can make a bet with me, make a bet with Bergman, make a bet with any of our listeners there, or just make a bet with the public. Download today via the App Store. Cut. It's KUTT.com, KUTT.com, or download the app and use code ESPNLA for a 10% deposit bonus. That's ESPNLA is the code to get a 10% deposit bonus. It's fun to have a little action on the side, and it's real money that you can bet in California with Cut. Mason and Ireland. Oh no, I was doing that. In the middle of
Bear, but let me
I was
drop
putting
this
that, I
in
was
here.
putting that in there.
You know how yesterday we were talking about Chris Mortensen?
Yes.
And his legacy of helping younger reporters throughout his
Right.
career. So Rich Eisen, who we know and who we like.
Yep.
Rich went to Michigan, and so did Adam Schefter. So they've been friends for a long time.
Right.
So Schefter's working at the NFL Network, and ESPN calls him and says, hey, would you like to come work for us? Mm-hmm. And Schefter calls Eisen, and he goes, well, they've already got Chris Mortensen. I'm not sure what I would do there. And Eisen said to Schefter, you don't understand. It's Mort. He's going to make sure you don't fail.
Sure.
And then Eisen picks up the story from there. Listen to this.
Mort could have absolutely said, I don't want Schefter here. I don't want a piece of him. I don't want any of this. Because then my clock's ticking on my job. And he never did that. Never did that. And guess, oh my God, I can't. Guess who voiced his obituary today that I saw on ESPN? Schefter.
Yeah.
Adam Schefter voiced it.
I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah, that is
that
cool.
Mortensen went so out of his way to make Schefter feel comfortable that they ended up bonding and became like best friends once they started working there. And Schefter was coming basically to take Mortensen's job.
Yeah, right.
And maybe I hope I'm illustrating this. In this business that we're in, it just doesn't happen. I mean, everybody in this business is kind of a jerk. And if you
Do you really believe that?
I do.
You believe most people in this business,
I think
they're jerks?
I think most people look out for themselves. I should put it that way. They're not jerks, but they look out for themselves.
But I think, but for example, I don't, by the way, Chris Mortensen, wonderful guy. This is a really great story. But I disagree with the contention that people are jerks in this business. I think most people genuinely want everybody to do well. Do you not agree with that?
Unless that person's coming for your job. Then most people don't, not only don't want you to do well, but privately root against you.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it is. There was a story when I got the Laker job that somebody I know that I'm friends with went to the Lakers and said, you should fire Ireland and hire me.
No, really?
Yeah. You know him. I'll tell you during the break who it is.
Wow.
And he's done it before to other people. And it is, and luckily I have a lot of friends at the Lakers, so they called me and told me about it. And then I'm thinking
Pepe. It was Pepe.
Yeah, it was definitely not Pepe.
It was Pepe tried to take you out.
The horrors. By the way, Pepe says, what is he really trying to say there? Because he says,
I think he's saying the horse.
Is he? Greg,
Yeah.
do you know?
The horse.
The horse.
Like
the horse.
He was riding on his horse. Oh no, it's the horse with the on the cars. It was like the Ferrari and the Porsche.
Oh,
that's right.
The horse.
The horse.
Yeah, last night they were
No,
not.
did people wave last night? Or do you see more waivers?
One.
There you go.
Greg was there. Greg was looking with me.
There you go.
Yeah.
There was one person that
They're
waved.
coming around.
No. This was the game before that. There was like 5 or 6.
Oh, yeah.
He's moving backwards.
He's moving
now.
backwards. All right.
And we looked hard. Michael and Greg and I were all looking. There was only one guy that
We will
waved.
keep pushing for Pepe. All right, going to do 2 o'clock call of the day. Lakers win last night impressively. Really, for me, best defensive performance of the year.
amazing.
They out-rebounded the hell out of OKC last night.
I think it was
55-38.
something like that.
Yeah.
And it's right there for him. It is right there for him if you look at the schedules of the other teams. They just have to keep winning.
Right.
But if they keep winning, and it's not going to be easy, Sacramento tomorrow night, Milwaukee Friday, Minnesota Sunday, and then 2 Sacramento next week. But if they keep winning, they're going to climb, because I don't think Phoenix is beating Denver tonight.
No.
So it's right there for them if they can keep winning. So hopefully they can.
All right, 877-710-ESPN. Do you have more confidence in the Lakers today than you did yesterday? Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's a new day.
Oh, let me tell you about Jacob and Ronnie, my buddy Jacob. Great guy, and if you're involved in an accident, he's the only guy you want. If you're a motorcyclist, let's talk about that. You love that freedom of beating traffic by splitting lanes and making the rest of us jealous that you'll be home faster than we will. Of course, that's a huge risk when riding a motorcycle. All it takes is one person to be distracted and not see you. Obviously, motorcycle accidents are usually more serious than a regular auto accident. Call Jacob immediately after a motorcycle accident. He has been doing this for 25 years, helping motorcyclists. He knows your rights and can help you get the medical care you need without waiting. So if you or a friend or a loved one has been injured in a motorcycle accident, call Jacob. Let him help you get back on your bike and once again be king of the road. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com, and make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great prizes and advice and more. Oh, and he's offering the chance to win 2 tickets to an upcoming Lakers game. So go follow Jacob on Instagram and on Facebook. Go to @call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Coming up today.
All right, Parker.
What's up, Greg?
Spring training. All right, Parker.
Jeez. Little Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, why are you looking at the camera?
I don't know. Let's start over. All right, Parker. Dodger spring training.
That's right, Greg. Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one.
Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back.
Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55?
Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests.
Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps?
Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in.
Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there.
Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
That potentially they might have used it on was offensive lineman guard Kevin Dotson, who had a really good year after he was acquired from Pittsburgh last season, but they're not willing to pay him $19.88 million, which would be the franchise tag. They still want him back, and they didn't really have any other players that were obvious franchise, because a lot of these guys get raised when they get franchised.
Right, and we're gonna hit 2 o'clock call of the day here. 877-710 ESPN. 877-710-3776. If you want to call in. Did you see that Tyron Smith, the All-Pro left tackle for the Cowboys, is a free agent?
Yes.
He's 33.
Right.
Considered to be one of the best left tackles in the league.
Yep.
You're a Rams fan. Would you be okay with the Rams using some of that cap space on him?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I looked him up specifically, graded out at 83.8, which was, according to Pro Football Focus, which was one of the top grades for a left tackle this last year. Right now, the Rams have Alaric Jackson at left tackle, but he could certainly move because Rob Havenstein, I don't think, is going to be back with this team. So, yeah, he does make sense. The other guy that makes sense I was looking at today is Darius Williams, who was a Ram a few years ago. Tampa cut him loose today. He was the 5th-rated cornerback in the NFL last year. He would be a great addition.
A lot of good players. Eric Kendricks just got released by the Chargers.
Yeah.
Jamal Adams got released by the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some good options out there for teams looking.
There are guys. All right, let's do 2 o'clock call of the day. Greg in Los Angeles, good afternoon.
Hi, Greg.
What's going on, fellas?
All's good.
Man, I just want everyone in LA to calm down and realize that if ham can stay ham and not be spam, keep this lineup together, we're going to be fine. Vandy's coming back soon. Our defense has been turned up recently. LeBron is extremely focused. We got AD in the right mind frame, and we're going to go on a nice run.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
All
All right, Greg.
By the way,
thanks.
Vanderbilt is going to be reevaluated next week. But even let's
so
say,
tell me if this is something or nothing.
Okay.
So I see Vanderbilt a lot, obviously, because
right.
he's at all the games, and he's been traveling with us, even though he hasn't been playing. I think because all the therapists go on the road with us, so
Sure.
he wants to continue to get treatment. The last 2 home games, he's been out of the walking boot.
It's a good sign.
Right. I mean, he doesn't look like he's ready to go run around and play, but he was in a walking boot for a good month.
Well, he's their second best defensive player, with no question at all. He was really rolling when he ended up with this injury. He's going to be reevaluated next week. You figure even if he was cleared, it's at least another 2 or 3 weeks before he could get back on the floor. I think ultimately, if you can get him back by the playoffs, would be what you're shooting for, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be
'cause
awesome.
he is really, really good defensively. All right, so we were talking about the NFL a little bit. I've got a list of teams with salary cap room, how much room everybody's got under the cap.
Okay.
So the team with the most, and I found this to be surprising, is New England with $103 million open under the cap.
By the way, can I tell you guys something?
Yeah.
Is anybody watching the Apple?
No. I haven't watched it yet.
I'm now
the Dynasty
I'm now
show?
up to speed.
Yeah.
I watched episodes 5 and 6 yesterday. It's so good.
Is it?
I don't even like the Patriots, and it's good. And by the way, the one thing you come out of it, Belichick is just a tremendous football coach. I know he's probably done coaching.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if his type will work anymore, his
Right.
kind of my way or the highway stuff. But he's just super smart. And there's a reason why he's been to 10 Super Bowls. You can tell. His attention to detail is insane. They just did the episode. Remember Matt Castle, who played quarterback at USC?
Came in and went, 10 and
11 and 6.
11 and 6 there.
Yeah, or 10 and 6, whatever it was back then. However many
16 games,
they played.
yeah. Missed the playoffs.
So maybe I think he went 11 and 5 and they missed the playoffs.
Missed the playoffs, yeah.
But they just did his episode. They just did the Aaron Hernandez episode where they found out that he had a dark side. It's just, if you're looking for something to watch, it's on Apple TV. It's got the full cooperation of it. The reason they're getting everybody is because Bob Kraft got on the phone and said, and this is what the Eagles did when they did their music documentary.
Right.
Bob Kraft called all these people and said, I want you to participate in this, and I want you to tell your truth, whatever you believe, and don't worry about if you feel like we were.
You don't believe in that. Your truth, my
Right.
truth, the truth.
I don't.
Yeah.
But
they're telling their truth.
Everybody thinks they're telling a truth.
A truth.
And so it's really good.
Right. It's
Yeah.
their version.
Yeah. And Brady's talking about how when Matt Castle came in, you remember Brady got that job when Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Yes.
So when Matt Castle came in and started having some success, Brady got worried that he was going to get Wally pipped. So he went to Belichick and he said, hey, it's just a torn ACL. I'll put a brace on my knee and I'll play.
Right.
And so he goes out to practice with a brace on his knee and he throws, and Belichick goes, nah, we're not doing it. And Brady was furious.
Yeah.
And all this is in the doc. And you know, everybody from Randy Moss to Gronk to yeah, I mean, Belichick to both Crafts to Brewski, everybody's great in it. Just if you're looking for something to watch, check it out. It's really good.
So Patriots, $103 million against the cap. By the way, if I was the Patriots, you know what I would do? I would sign Russell Wilson for the minimum and then use that $103 million to surround him with a really good roster.
All right. Hey, take that call from Ethan on line 2. He says I'm delusional.
Okay. Ethan, good afternoon.
Hey, Ethan, what am I delusional about?
Hey, John, what's going on, man? Love the show.
Thanks.
I want to say I usually agree with your take, John. You're usually spot on. But you got to stop saying that these teams are going to be scared to play the Lakers.
All right, Ethan, let me throw this at you. What team other than Denver would you pick to beat the Lakers in a first-round series?
Honestly, it's a toss-up between all of them, to be honest.
Okay, well,
you think any of them can win?
Ethan, name a team that you are convinced. If you had to bet on a team other than Denver, because I think Denver's the best team, but other than Denver, what team do you feel personally would definitely beat the Lakers in a 7-game series?
I don't know about definitely, but I know we played the Wizards the other night, and it took us to go to overtime to beat them.
Right, but then 2 nights later they play OKC and they roll them. Right. 2 nights before that they played the Clippers and they rolled them. The Lakers always play. Ethan, they always play to the level of the competition.
Yeah, but it took LeBron 15 straight points or however many straight points in the fourth quarter for them to come back.
Right, but I don't think what you're saying, what I'm saying is all that different.
Right. Now, Ethan, do you really not believe that a team like OKC would dread seeing the Lakers in the first round if the Lakers were the 8 and OKC was the 1? They would hate that. That would be a terrible matchup for OKC.
I'm not saying that they don't have a chance to win. They could. I think somebody said it best. They can easily win any game this season and easily lose to any team.
I believe that's LeBron that said that.
Ethan, LeBron said, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, if you're Minnesota or OKC, and right now those are the 2 teams along with Denver.
What have they done against Minnesota, by the way?
I think they're 0-2.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a team that I don't think the Lakers match up as well against.
Well, remember, the last game was when they screwed LeBron with the foot behind the line thing.
That's right.
And then we'll know more on Sunday. Ethan, I'm not saying that the Lakers can't get bounced in the first round. Of course they could. I'm just saying I would pick them in a first-round series against any Western Conference opponent other than Denver. Are you saying you would not?
I always pick the Lakers because I'm just a Lakers fan, but I just don't think I think we always do this every year where we wait till the last couple of games of the season to try to get in. And then we think we're going to rely on LeBron. So, hey, every time we go down the court, we never run anything. It's, hey, we give the ball to LeBron, and it's like, hey, LeBron, go do something.
Right, but Ethan, they did that last year, and they made it to the Western Conference Finals.
No, but we had a totally different team. We had a new team that people hadn't seen before.
But this is essentially
that
the same team. This is that team.
All the guys that were in the playoffs last year for us are back.
Yeah, exactly, but we're still in the same position trying to get out of the play-in. And I get what you guys are saying. We could be any team. Yes, you guys are right in saying that. But it's not that it's just we're just going to turn it on at the last second. LeBron's getting older every game. I know he's great, but it's like we can't rely on it. And one more point I want to say, if I have to watch a Clippers versus the Celtics finals,
oh my God, that's
I'm
so
sorry.
awful.
Mace, I think you said this before. I might have to root for Boston. I can't have the Clippers win a championship here. And then
I also might have to root for Boston.
Ethan,
the Clippers
you're
would
not
be
alone.
So friggin'
Michael
annoying.
Thompson says under that scenario he would root for Boston. I'm just taking a page from Dr. Buss. Dr. Buss, before he died, told me anybody but Boston. I don't care who wins the title, but if it's not us, anybody but Boston.
Those Clipper fans would be so annoying.
Let me tell you something.
Annoying.
I'm praying, and I wasn't this way 3 months ago, but I am now. I'm praying for Lakers Clippers in the first round.
Oh, it would be amazing.
I think it would be so fun for us.
Yeah, it'd be amazing.
It would be great content. I obviously wouldn't have to get on a plane. And the Lakers beat the Clippers 3 out of 4 times this year. And Clipper fans, I hear from Clipper fans all the time, they're convinced that the Clippers would sweep the Lakers.
Right.
They're not scared of the Lakers at all, yet they played 4 times.
Yes.
And the Lakers won 3.
Right.
So were you not trying in those games? I mean, what are you guys looking at?
Yeah.
Of course, either team could win, but I would pick the Lakers in that series. How about you? Would you
Lakers Clippers?
Okay, Lakers. Anybody other than Denver, who would you pick to beat them? Dallas, Phoenix, Minnesota,
Not Dallas.
OKC.
Not Phoenix. I would
Clippers?
say Minnesota is the one that I would question.
Okay. Well, and
Because they've got real size, and that's a Lakers strength.
But you're going to get a look at that matchup on Sunday.
Right.
And I think they might play one more time before the end of the year, too.
And it's one thing to beat anybody for a game. I think the Lakers can beat anybody in a single game. To win 4 out of 7 is a different scenario.
Correct. And keep in mind, LeBron and AD would be playing 40-plus minutes a game. All right, so here's the rest of the Western Conference, all right? Mm-hmm. Minnesota, you say you would worry a little.
Yeah, I would worry,
I
yeah.
would pick the Lakers. Oklahoma City, who would you pick?
I'd pick the Lakers.
Denver, I'd pick Denver.
Denver.
Clippers.
I'd probably lean. I'd root like hell like the Lakers, but I would probably lean Clippers.
Okay, they played 4 times. Lakers beat them 3.
I know.
Pelicans.
Lakers.
Lakers beat them by 44 in the in-season tournament semifinals. Phoenix.
I know they've beaten them 3 out of 5. I would like them over Phoenix.
Sacramento.
They beat Sacramento.
Dallas.
They beat Dallas.
Golden State.
They beat Golden State.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're only one team different than me, Minnesota.
Right. Minnesota's the one.
Greg, are there any of those you would pick the other team?
Unfortunately, yes. I
Which
would
one?
pick the other team. So for some reason, we're going to see it tomorrow. For some reason, DeMontis Sabonis just absolutely owns Anthony Davis. Game in, game out, he does. And with the speed that they have with De'Aaron Fox, I think Sacramento would probably win that. I also think the Clippers would win. Minnesota would win. I think it's different. Regular season and postseason are so different. Oklahoma City's young, so I may take the Lakers, but that one's close to me. I think it goes 7, and you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Phoenix, and also Phoenix, I think if everybody's healthy, Booker and Durant and maybe Beal, I think Phoenix wins that.
Okay, so the 3 wins the Lakers had over them this season, you don't put any
regular
stock in.
season and postseason are so completely different.
Right, but you realize in the postseason, the Lakers are better.
Yeah, postseason you've got LeBron and AD
playing 40 minutes
in a series.
Those teams, as much as I want the Lakers to sweep all the way through, I think those teams overall are better.
Well, they all have better. All the teams you're talking about have better records than the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
But what I'm saying is, in a matchup situation, Oklahoma City, I guarantee if we had a camera on their plane flight home today, they don't want anything to do with us. We're too big for them. We're too big for them.
Yep.
And, the one team that is as big as us is Minnesota, and they've never done anything in the postseason.
Well, but here's the thing.
You realize Minnesota hasn't won a postseason game since 2004?
Yeah, I mean, history is history. That doesn't necessarily indicate the future.
But until a team in the NBA, until a team wins in the playoffs,
I get that.
They normally don't. Nobody comes out of nowhere. Like that's why.
Well, they are the 2 seed right now. They're not exactly coming out of nowhere.
Well, last year, who was the 2 seed?
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Memphis.
We
drew them in the first round and knocked them out.
Great matchup. Again, it comes down to matchups.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is,
I don't like the matchup against the Clippers. I don't like the matchup against the Denver Nuggets. I don't like the matchup against Minnesota.
Yeah.
And by the way, the game against the Clippers that we just beat them, we were down by 21 in the fourth quarter with no Ivica Zubats and no Paul George.
So,
it's different in the postseason.
Okay, so what happened last night, Greg, when they were up by 15 against Milwaukee with no Giannis and no Middleton, and the Clippers blew it?
Clippers blew it. They blew it, but it's just I don't know if that team is going to be good. But I think that team is better overall, better coached, has better players all the way around. They're better role players. In that series,
I'm praying we get that series.
It'd be great.
Well, it'd be fun.
It's
never happened before.
Right.
It would.
By the way, if we go to 6 and they're the 3,
yeah,
or if we go to 5 and they're the 4, we get them in the first round.
Right.
How much fun would that be?
That'd be great. It'd be great. All right, coming up next for you, Shohei Ohtani announced his marriage over the weekend. We know one woman he's definitely not married to.
Yeah, this was weird.
We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let me tell you about Mirror Audio Video in Westwood. These are one of our favorite partners. March Madness, baseball's opening day, NBA playoffs all around the corner. What a time for sports in LA. Are you ready? Is your TV ready? You want to upgrade? Listen to this from our friends at Mirror. Brand new Samsung 98-inch QLED. This is the Q80C series, Quantum HDR, 4K HD Smart TV for the lowest price ever. Here's how this works. Be one of the first 3 to call, get through, and buy right now. And the 98-inch Samsung QLED is all yours at this very special Mason and Ireland Friends and Family price. The regular price is $8,000 for this TV. That's how good it is. $8,000. Right now, you can get it for $43.99. $4,399. That's almost half off. Mir will deliver it for free right to your door. First 3 to get it, you get the deal. After that, deal is over. Make it yours now. Here's the number. 310-234-4010. 310-234-4010. You know you want a big screen. You know you've been waiting for it. Why not do it for half off? 310-234-4010. Good luck. From Mir Audio Video.
All right, so when you are a gigantic worldwide superstar, people speculate about your personal life.
Really?
And Shohei Ohtani announced he was married. I guess, I don't know if they had a wedding or he was married sometime during the offseason, but he's officially
Sounds
married
like
now.
it. Yeah.
So there was a report that went around that he was married to a wrestler named Hikaru Shida.
3-time world champ, right?
Yes. And all Ohtani said when he made his announcement, he said his wife is a normal Japanese woman. That wasn't enough information for some people. They decided to spread this rumor. And it was that AEW wrestler Hikaru Shida was Ohtani's wife. The account in question even falsely cited ESPN, Jeff Passan, TMZ Sports. So this is very interesting. They basically attributed this. They released it, and then they attributed it to ESPN and Jeff Passan. And
even though ESPN and Jeff Passan never had anything to do with it.
And TMZ had nothing to do with it.
Right.
But it goes to show you that when a tweet comes by, if you're on Twitter, you've really got to make sure you got it right before you run with it or you believe it.
Yeah, it happens to
that
us all
happens
the time.
to us all the time.
At least once a week we say, "Oh, we got something," and then it turns out it's not true.
It's not real. Yeah. So we don't know who Ohtani is married to, but we wish him well. I'm sure at some point do you think at some point we'll find out who his wife is?
Sure.
I would imagine at some point, right?
Yeah.
We know his dog, Decopine, which translates as decoy. All right. So Ireland. You sent this along today. This is women's basketball is having a moment.
Sure is.
I mean, even for me, I watched part of Caitlin Clark's game the other night. She's obviously a superstar.
She's become a stop what you're doing player.
Yeah,
if you're
she
flipping
has.
channels and you come across Caitlin Clark, you'll hang around for a few minutes.
And there are other players. I mean, Angel Reese and who's the girl at USC is
Juju Watkins.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of players are now very prominent.
There was a USC UCLA women's game this year. Those games on average draw about 4,000 or 5,000 people. At Pauley, it's sold out.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
So I mean, it's happening all over the country.
So there's a coach named Kenny Brooks, and he's the coach at
Virginia Tech.
Right.
And somebody asked him about why he thought women's basketball was having this renaissance, the one you're talking about, where everybody's watching everything. And he says, it's always been the same game. It's just now people are starting to notice. This is pretty poignant. Listen to this.
In every sense, I've been fighting for respectability. Every one of the kids that I've coached has worked their asses off for me. And I watched the women's game get disrespected by people who have no idea how much work these kids put in. And for it finally to be recognized for what it should be as a beautiful sport. Kids who work their asses off, kids who have so much pride in what they do, and then you get jerks sometimes on social media trying to downplay the women's game. Makes me angry. And I saw something the other day, and Carmelo Anthony was talking about the women's game, and he talked about it, and the women's game is its purest in its form because they play the right way. And when you got one of the greatest of all time to ever say that, it makes fools on Twitter look silly.
You know, he's right. John Wooden used to say that the women's game is much more pure than the men's game because it's more fundamentally sound. But
more fundamental, yeah.
But still, it took something like Caitlin Clark to bring this sport to the front burner. I mean, a lot of people, you can work. I don't dispute Kenny Brooks' claim that the girls work just as hard as the men do.
No, of course.
But the sport hasn't always been as entertaining as it is now. Now it's you got Caitlin Clark, you got Juju Watkins,
right.
You got Angel Reese. I mean,
you got stars,
right? And people are starting to notice, and attendance is up, and viewership is up, and it can only be a good thing. I think that the WNBA is about to go through a renaissance. I think
you do.
Well,
it's not even a renaissance, right? It's an arrival.
Right. Well, I mean, I don't want to.
Did it have a previous peak? I would imagine this is going to be.
Lisa Leslie won titles.
I guess that's
and
right,
Cheryl
yeah.
Swoops won titles,
Sure.
and so I don't want to disrespect them. But now, there've never been more eyeballs on the sport than there is now.
Yeah,
And these
ratings
girls,
and sellouts.
These girls, you could. I ran. Annie Myers who was an All-American women's basketball player at UCLA.
Yep.
Was at our Hall of Fame thing.
Yes.
And I was talking to Annie, and she got drafted and signed by the Indiana Pacers. And she went to camp.
Yeah.
And she did fine. The coach actually said fundamentally she was better than half the guys there, but she was undersized. So she got pushed around a little bit. But I told her, I think that would make for a great movie, like maybe a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Go back and, find Ann Myers in 1978 playing at UCLA, and then she gets sent to Indiana to try out for an NBA team, and her brother's an All-American
right.
at UCLA. And I think that there's a biopic for somebody smarter than me to put together about the evolution of women's basketball and how we got here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, coming up next for you, John, Curb Your Enthusiasm on Sunday night did something interesting. There was a brick.
A donor wall.
And everybody got their own brick.
Yeah, if you donate a certain amount of money, you get a brick in the donor wall.
Yes.
And you can write whatever you want on it. So the question I came up with was, let's say I buy you a brick, but you get to decide what goes on it.
Yeah.
All right, I buy one for Greg and one for Laura and one for Brian. And so your brick is going on the donor wall. Like the Larry David brick said, disrespectful to women.
Disrespectful to
And he got
women,
mad
yeah,
about it,
yeah.
and he was trying to get the brick taken down. But once it's up, you can't take it down.
Exactly.
So think about this during the break. What would you want the brick to say? It's going to say your name, and then you get a phrase below it. Like, keep it to a sentence.
Yeah, keep it to a sentence.
All right? And so
Okay.
we'll do that coming up.
We'll do that coming up. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Is this yacht rock? This sounds like yacht rock.
Come on.
I just confirmed for the
This is Dr. Hook.
Oh, yeah. I just confirmed for the Yachtly Crew outing on March the 29th at the Whiskey. Brian, are
That's
you
a
going?
great club.
Any other day, I'd be
If it's
there.
any other day? Really?
I might go, actually. I might go.
Laura, are you going to be there?
Now you're
no,
getting it,
Laura,
Brian.
Laura's... Yeah, it has no mic. Here. Bergman, are you going to be there?
Of course I'm going to be there.
Yeah, it's going to be a big thing. Everybody's going to wear sailor outfits.
I have it in my office.
A sailor outfit?
No, sailor hat.
A sailor hat.
All right, wait a minute. Hold on.
From Yachtly Crew.
Let me check
the last time I went.
You're going to check? It's going to be a big station outing.
March 29th?
March
it's a Friday.
29th.
It's a Friday night.
It's a Friday night.
I will be in Indiana.
Oh.
Fly back just for this.
Just for this.
We'll FaceTime you.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime you live from Yachtly Crew.
Isn't that the most annoying thing, by the way, when you're at a concert and people put up their phones and they're videoing it? They're never going to look at that.
No,
again,
never
right?
going to look at it.
I don't know,
Not once.
Greg. I look at my videos from the Sphere a lot.
I do look
Do
at
you really?
I did look
Yeah.
at those. There's some
Have
crazy
I ever shown them to
Sphere
you?
videos.
No, I've never
They're
seen them.
insane. They're like, yeah, I'll give you guys my phone during
But
the next
that's-
break and you can watch them.
But
They're-
that's
the Sphere.
That's the Sphere. It's really not the band that you're not really
Correct.
shooting you to. You're shooting
What's
the
going
building.
on? Right.
In the case of you go to a concert, I'm trying to think, what was that, Taylor Swift or Beyonce or one of those, people have their phones up the entire time. And I'm like, first of all, you're not really watching the concert because you're wrapped up in filming it. Secondly, you will never look back at this, ever. You're never going to go back to Beyonce's first set at Crypto.com Arena and say, oh, yeah, let's sit down and watch this. It's ridiculous.
And then it's on your Instagram story, and it just goes away in 24 hours. And what was the point of it at that point?
Yeah, I mean,
hey,
I
look
get
at me. Look where I am.
I get putting up a little thing of it, right?
Yeah,
you
maybe
put
a
up a
little
little
bit, but
thing of it,
I don't
but
know.
you don't put a whole song up.
No, I don't. I do not. I have nothing from a concert in my phone, and I'm proud of it.
Proud of it.
All right, so let's get back to the donor brick. So
Yeah.
again, Curb Your Enthusiasm over the weekend, most recent one. Larry goes to, is it a synagogue or it's more like a Jewish?
No, a synagogue. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a synagogue.
And they have a donor wall for people that contribute to the synagogue. You get a brick on this wall.
Yep.
And matter of fact, they have these at the Wallace Theater where we go to watch
That's
Love
right.
Actually.
Love Actually.
They have a donor wall.
wall. Right.
All right, so if I paid for bricks for all of you,
Yeah.
and so the brick is going to say, for example, Laura Romo, and then you get to come up what it says beneath it.
Right.
Now, mine will only be 2 words. Why not?
Why not?
John Ireland, why not with a question mark?
That's
Because it's a
good.
great answer to any question.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think I could ever have Chick Hearn's job one day? Why not?
Why not?
You think the Lakers can make a run all the way to the Western Conference Finals? Why not?
Yeah.
All right, so that would be mine. Laura, what do you want on your brick? Why not?
I was looking for that.
Mine would probably say something along the lines as I did it for my ancestors.
I
Something like
did it
that.
for my ancestors? Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or I do it for my.
Makes you think. All right, Brian, what are you going with?
I'd also go with the 2-word phrase here: humble genius.
Genius. I like that.
That's a great brick.
I
Thank you,
like
thank you.
that. Yeah.
All right, Greg, what do you want?
God, no one's beating that, Brian. You win. That was really good. I was gonna go, good father that's kind to all. You don't.
So
You
it's-
do not. Man, look at Mace. Not even saying a word.
It's not true.
It is
but
true. What do you
Well,
mean?
he's a kind father.
good father, and I am kind to all.
I agree with the first part of that.
The second part of it's not
You're
true.
not kind to us.
No.
You yell at us all the time.
Absolutely
I
not.
When have you been kind to us?
Yes.
all the time.
What
I'm
day?
the
Wait,
nicest person. I
wait,
never
where's
yell
an
at you.
example of your kindness?
When have I ever yelled at either one of you?
Right now?
Okay.
Right now?
I'm
as
not
you're
yelling.
speaking?
What about today at 12:20?
I was talking to you. I was speaking with you in a kind manner.
Yes.
Yes.
There was
Today
no
at
there was no
12:20,
anger behind
I got
it.
dressed down by these a-holes.
All right, so
One time.
Effing pissing
It wasn't-
me off.
And you call that a dressing down?
Yes, I do.
That was not a dressing down.
Yeah.
all right.
You want a real dressing down? We can do that.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Kind.
It goes both
Come on.
ways.
I'm sure it can.
Mace, what do you want in your brick?
How
Fire
about
Greg.
this? Morales sucks.
He was so nice to
He
you.
would
at
come
your-
back with
My ass.
at your speech.
He was nice at the speech.
Yeah, but
then
this
today
is
at
a different
12:20
day. He's lost a friend
Today
after
at
what he did today.
12:20, it's like, screw you.
Are we gonna lose a friend?
Yeah, you've lost a friend for today.
I think I'm close.
Yeah.
At the moment.
You're right on the edge.
right
on the edge of losing a
Right
friend.
on the edge.
Jeez.
Yeah.
By the way,
Tough crowd.
somebody asked me, somebody texted me the other day and said, is it weird? I feel the text was something along the lines of this. I feel weird watching Richard Lewis on Curb now that I know he's passed.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think it's a way to honor his final work.
I agree.
When you know me, I swear by The West Wing.
Yeah.
It's my favorite show of all time. So in season 7 of The West Wing, John Spencer, who played Leo McGarry, died of a heart attack in real life.
Right.
The actor died.
Yeah, right.
And Martin Sheen came on at the beginning of the first episode that aired after he died and went, we're coming to you with a heavy heart tonight. We've lost John Spencer, our dear friend. He passed away, but we're happy to bring you the final 4 episodes of this extraordinary actor's work. And we hope you enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it.
That's nice.
And I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And that's how
they
I
did a little tribute thing before the episode of
now,
Curb.
I tape Curb, and I didn't. Mine
you
didn't
didn't
start,
get
so I
that
didn't
part?
see that part. And I thought I was texting with somebody. I was texting with Steve Clarkson, and I said, hey, I feel weird that they didn't acknowledge Lewis died, and he goes, they did. Right in the beginning.
Right at the beginning.
But I missed it.
Single frame tribute to him.
But I had no issue with it. Did you?
No, not at all. It's a nice tribute. In fact, although Bergman and Morales hate the Culture Pop podcast, I will tell you that Susie Essman is a guest on it right now, so you should go check it out.
Wait, has that dropped?
Yeah, dropped.
That's what I'm listening to on the way home.
Yeah.
My
It's a good one.
This is what we're doing.
I am bumping.
I'm going to do whatever I want.
You should.
Well, if you somehow have awoken Radio Mace, then that's a good thing, Greg. Whatever you guys told him, because when Mason's mad at you guys, that's when the show gets good.
It's true.
But
and look, he's staring me down. Like
there you go.
That was a full death stare.
You made your bed. You got to sleep in it.
Is it a full-on death stare that I should have my mic off for the rest of the day, or is it a full-on death stare?
I don't care. Just ramble away like you do.
Yeah, just you've lost a friend. That's what you have to live with.
They've
now.
lost a friend for the day.
Yeah, exactly.
For the day.
It's not in my text message yet. So
keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open.
Are the Dodgers playing the Angels today?
Yeah, today's the day.
5 o'clock.
What time?
5:05.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Right when I get home.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next is What's Up, Fool, and so Greg will get in here, and Brian will get in here, and Laura will get in here, and throw a bunch of stuff at it.
Yeah.
But Greg? Was it you telling me that Ohtani is hitting something like 600 in
718?
718. That's his batting
Pretty
average
good start
in spring training.
Yes.
By the way, could he hit 400? Probably could.
It's not
It
impossible.
hasn't happened since 1941.
Dodgers are 9-2 with a plus 39 run differential. Now, it's only spring training, but a run differential of plus 39 is just crazy over 11 games.
Nuts.
They're going to score like crazy. All right. What's Up, Fools? Coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Do an ice spot here, Brian?
This is the spot.
All right. You guys hear me talk about how active I am. Golf. My wife plays a lot of tennis, basketball, football. So afterwards I'm sore. I'm old, and I've always used cryotherapy, which is using extreme cold to lessen the pain in your joints. But now you can have wearable cryotherapy. It's been created by these guys at iSpot Active. You got to go to this website. This will answer a lot of your questions. iSpotActive.com. ICEBOD Active.com. If you've never done cryotherapy and you're sore after you work out or after you're active, you throw on one of these compression shirts or pants with the ice cold gel packs, and 20 minutes later, if you're like me, you're going to feel a lot better. And you can also go about your day while you're wearing this stuff. It's like you're wearing football pads. In the old days, you had to sit on a chair with ice packs on your knees until you felt better. Not anymore. You don't have to drop $200 or $150 on a cryo session. You buy one of these shirts one time, you keep it in your freezer, you're good for the foreseeable future. And right now, you can get a discount on the iSpot Active website if you use the coupon code LA710. LA710, you get 20% off your first purchase. They always have free shipping, and here's the important thing, 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for any reason it doesn't work for you, you don't like it, you determine for whatever reason you don't want it, just send it back. You get a full refund. You can't lose. Go to that website, iSpotActive.com, ICEBOD Active.com. Check out iSpot Active today.
Little Nicolette Larson to brighten up the spirits in here. Quarter before 3 o'clock on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland. What's going on? You still in a mood, Mason? I heard you said I suck.
Yep.
No, it's going to be on his brick.
On my brick.
What's
Did
the
you,
brick?
Did you watch Curb?
Like Vic the brick
Curb.
or
No,
JT the
like-
brick?
Like Curb, where they did you
Curb
see
Your
Curb on
Enthusiasm.
Sunday?
Larry went to a synagogue and they had a donor wall with bricks.
Right.
And it said Larry David, and somebody donated a brick in Larry David's name, and underneath wrote, disrespects women. So if I gave you a brick, what would you want it to say? Mine would say, why not?
Okay.
Okay. Mace's would say Morales sucks.
Which, by the way, I appreciate that you would put that forever.
Yes.
in
Right.
brain.
It's a forever thing.
Brian had a good one. What was you saying?
Humble genius.
Why is Corporate Greg not taking any of the grief over this?
He is.
I did.
He
I
did.
took a lot
He
of
was-
grief.
He basically took all of it until you walked in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you're here.
I would put Ireland number 1.
Yeah, that would make him mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see what your MO
Put
is.
me last. That's how I felt today.
Oh, gosh.
Chris, you've lost a friend. I got to tell you.
For the whole day?
For
Or
the whole day.
For the rest of the day.
Or
Yeah.
just, but what about tomorrow? Do we start fresh?
Maybe.
Tomorrow's another day. You
Yes.
never know.
As
Am
John
I- am
Cicada
I-
once said, just another day without
Am
you.
I getting called into another meeting tomorrow, or was today a one-day thing?
You know that in other Good Karma brand radio stations,
Yes.
there's meetings every day.
Yes.
And
I
air
know,
check
there are
sessions.
meetings all over the place.
Air check sessions, too.
Oh, well, let's do it. Let's sign me up. How
I think
do I
today,
get into
I
that
think your
business?
energy would be off today in the meeting.
My energy is off right now.
That would be the feedback.
Yeah.
Time for What's Up, Fool. Hit the thing.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
It's not friendship right now with you and I.
No,
but
it is
maybe
not.
some Dos Hombres
You
will
know
change everything.
that yesterday Michael said, he goes, you got to get Worthy to voice the Dos Hombres thing. I said, Michael, it's Bryan Cranston. He goes, yeah, but get Worthy. He's got a great voice. I go, Bryan Cranston nailed that thing,
Yeah,
man.
pretty
Why
good.
would we not use Bryan Cranston?
Plus, we hear a lot of Worthy, you and James, with the
Yeah,
iSpot Active
sure.
commercials.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, it is time for Corporate Greg TV.
Thanks, Morales. All right, so Trey Murphy plays for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Yeah, he's good.
He is good. He had a really good night the other night, a couple nights ago, where he had 28 points off the bench and he was 6 of 12 from 3, but he wasn't as great from the free throw line. And to the point that this season, he's only averaging about 76% when he's normally an 86% free throw shooter. Well, his mom noticed that, and she went to the press conference. You got this, Brian?
She went to the press conference.
Yes.
His mom.
His mom.
Okay.
Good.
It has been a couple of games where you've missed 2 free throws in a row. That is bothersome to your mother. You would have 31 points tonight if you had basically if you had hit all 3 free throws. I would love to know
next
what is
question,
going-
please.
I would love to know why, when I know I have witnessed you make almost 98 free throws in a row and never miss. What is going on when you're at the free throw line? To miss 2 in a row.
Next question, please.
No, there is not a next question. I will harass you when you get
Okay,
home.
all right. Yeah, I have to make free throws, obviously, and just not rush and not get too excited on the line. Yep, next question, please.
I got to tell you, I'm a big fan of Troy Murphy's mom.
Is that so? This
Or
was
Trey
okay.
Murphy's mom.
Yeah.
Is this okay from Trey Murphy's mom to
Okay,
interrupt
it's
the press
great.
conference?
It's a great bit.
Whose mom can I invite from the Lakers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get heckled by my mom all the time.
That's exactly what my mom would do.
I love mom.
Why are you missing free throws?
She said to me one time, your nose is so... She watches on YouTube.
Yeah.
Your nose is so big. Where'd you get that nose? I'm like, Mom.
From you.
Mom, I inherited this from you.
Nothing wrong with a nice... You look Italian.
Yeah. Italian nose.
Yeah, no, I have zero issue with what she did. I thought it was great.
I'm Italian, too, so I can say that. That was LZ's mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
She didn't like Sedona. Shocking.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool?
All right, Brian, what do you got?
All right, guys, so I saw this on the news the other night. I was watching the evening news for once.
Which one?
David
Honestly,
Muir?
I don't know.
Were you
I
watching
think it
David
might have
Muir?
been ABC.
Yeah, David Muir.
It was the local one. It wasn't the...
it wasn't the national news.
Yeah, it wasn't the ABC World
Is
News
that
Tonight.
Mark Brown on ABC? I think
Could
so.
be.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a story that caught my attention. Apparently, have you guys familiar with Soup Plantation?
Yeah,
Of course. Yeah.
Right, so
Big buffet.
COVID took down Soup Plantation. You know, it was one of my...
It didn't survive COVID?
It did not survive.
Okay.
Most
You don't
of
like
the-
a lot of liquids with people just walking by it.
Right, a lot of the buffet styles didn't kind of make it.
Didn't
during
make
that
it,
time.
yeah.
Well, their Soup Plantation little spin-off now, Soup and Fresh. It's going to be at the same location of a Soup Plantation in Rancho Cucamonga. I'm going to be there. I think it opens officially April 2nd. I'm stoked on this. This is my favorite place to eat. So my question here to you guys, any place that's no longer exists, kind of restaurant-wise. I also had an example of like Fuddruckers.
Yeah,
Fuddruckers is gone? No more Fuddruckers?
Nowadays. Hard to find.
Is that one in Buena Park still there in Sherman Oaks?
Not that I know of, honestly.
Yeah, no Fuddruckers.
It is a final, as somebody wants.
Yeah.
What place would you bring back that you could have?
Well,
like, you want to eat it again?
So this is actually one of our really, really good sponsors is Islands.
Yes.
Now, the original Islands was on Pico, right by what used to be the West Side Pavilion. That was the original
Is
Islands.
it not there anymore?
Not there anymore. I used to go to that one all the time.
I went to that when I was going to UCLA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I went to the one in the marina also. I mean, now I go to Howard Hughes, where they've got an Islands because I love Islands. But yeah, I missed that original location, which was close to my house, and I went to a lot.
By the way, Thursday, March 21st, we'll all be at Islands in Manhattan Beach all day long broadcasting.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Wait, what day is that?
Thursday, March 21st.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, am I here that day?
I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm here for the pickleball tournament on the 23rd.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Jack Ireland will be
Live
working
from
on the cleanup
Islands.
crew that day.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so, but Brian, for me, there used to be, when Sydney Sweeney was doing that Hooters bit the other day, does Hooters still exist?
I haven't seen one in a while.
I think there are a couple Hooters.
Not a lot in Southern California anymore.
No,
if
not
any,
a lot.
if any.
There used to be a place down in my neighborhood called LA Food Show that I really liked a lot, and it went, I think it was the same people that owned CPK, and it went under, and I was really bummed out. But in terms of a chain that's gone under, I didn't even know Sloop Plantation went under.
It looks like there's a Hooters in Southgate.
Okay.
One in Long Beach. And one in Pasadena. No,
You
Hoots
weirdo.
Wings by Hooters. I guess that's right.
Their wings are
doing a
their
spin-off.
wings were the highlight.
Yeah, so there are locations still. I haven't been to Hooters in a long time. I used to go to Hooters all the time when I was working in New York. There was a Hooters in the building, so our meetings would always be at the Hooters.
Did you get mad in those meetings too?
I never got dressed down the way I did today.
Oh, stop! You did not get dressed down.
Dressed down. Dressed down.
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. So one of my favorite shows growing up was Beverly Hills 90210.
Yes. Heck yeah.
Today,
The Peach Pit.
Oh, I loved that show. I was obsessed with Brian Austin Green, who actually recently revealed on the Shannon Dorothy's podcast, Let's Be Clear, that he was very jealous of his back then girlfriend, Tiffany Thiessen, when she joined the cast in season 5. He mentioned he didn't feel comfortable with her having to act out sex scenes with a lot of his friends when she joined the set. I always say you shouldn't date anyone from work. Do you guys agree? Because it causes drama.
No, a
Maybe
lot
it
of people meet their significant others at work. I have no issue with people.
Really?
Everywhere you've ever worked, by the way, Laura, including here, and I don't know who they are, but there are people hooking up at work. That just happens.
Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. I mean, you're
can
supposed
never.
to tell HR right away. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? No, you're not.
Nah, no,
You're
no.
just
Some
supposed
companies
to
have
date away.
Some companies have different rules, but really in California, you can't really do anything.
But what I find interesting is that Tiffany Amber Thiessen, who Brian Austin Green is talking about, when she was on Saved by the Bell, she was kind of a straight arrow, Kelly Kapowski.
Yes.
Yep.
When she got to 90210 and she started playing Valerie Malone,
she changed
Valerie
everything.
Malone was slutty.
Yeah,
But
she got around.
I never thought
did?
Tiffany Amber Thiessen was slutty. I just thought she was playing. So I don't know why.
I became a man watching Valerie Malone.
Well, he just didn't like the fact that she was that girl on the show, not necessarily in real life, just on the show. He said that those guys were like his brothers, and they
And
had
to
like their-
watch a friend make out with your
his
girlfriend
Yeah, that he
is
didn't
weird.
like it.
Yeah, that is. I can see how that would be weird.
That's what broke the relationship.
I think it's generally a rule not to date somebody you work with, but I will say that when I was working in Ohio, I was doing a morning show called Mason and Diane. And secretly, behind the scenes, Mason and Diane lived together.
Right,
we
well,
were together, and nobody knew. It was not a public
And
fact.
you guys were getting funky?
We lived together. We were together.
People live together.
Yeah,
Don't get funky.
it's my girlfriend.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, this is before he changed teams.
Yeah.
I think he never. Never mind. Let's not get to that.
Yeah, I was always on the same team. It's just for a while I pretended to be on the other team.
Sometimes you just want to see how it feels to bat on that side.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't have any issue with Tiffany Thiessen if she was my girlfriend doing sex scenes. I mean that she's an actress.
But if it was Lisa doing sex scenes, not with a stranger actor,
Right,
but
with
one
friends?
of your friends.
Yeah,
With
I
like
probably-
Morales,
that would be weird.
Oh, come on. Why you got to put
Well,
me in there?
because it's a
Okay,
friend.
so I know one of your neighbors is Bruce Feldman.
Right.
If Bruce Feldman was getting busy with Lisa, actually acting it out, would you
But it's
not
just
feel
acting.
uncomfortable? They're acting.
I probably would not watch. I'll put it that
There you
way.
go.
But I
Yeah.
wouldn't hold it against Bruce.
No, it's his job.
Oh, by the way,
he's an actor.
Okay, last week to buy Girl Scout cookies from Riley Feldman. Is anybody in? Am I the only one who bought? I'll send you guys all the email.
Yeah, I bought. No, I did. I bought from Riley. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I got the email.
Okay, I'll send it to
So
you guys
hopefully
today.
she's going to win.
You know, one thing, I haven't seen any of these Girl Scout out at the
me neither.
the grocery stores anymore.
I saw it a couple times.
I gave all mine to Stephanie Alexander. Just said, give these to people.
Yeah, all I do is when I see one of those stands at the grocery store, I always just give them money and say, give the cookies to people who need them.
There you go.
I don't need the cookies in my house. We ate 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies at my mom's house over the weekend. It's a new kind of peanut butter chocolate one.
They changed the formula?
They changed. It's not the, what was it? It used to be
Tagalongs?
the Tagalong, and now it's a different, it's not nearly as good. Bring back the Tagalongs. Those are my favorite ones.
Wow, I didn't know that. You just crushed my heart right now.
Yeah. Do you ever get the mint ones and put
Thin
them in
mint.
you put them in the freezer?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, nice crispy.
Gross.
What do you mean gross?
Gross on the Thin Mints, gross on the peanut butter one. Blech.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm allergic to peanut butter, so you know.
I like those ones with coconut on.
I like the coconut
those
ones.
are nice.
Those are good. I like those.
Or the butter ones.
Samoans,
Yeah.
right, right.
The butter cookie ones? Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, I
Those
like
are
the
good.
butter cookie ones.
Yeah.
I'm plain, you know.
What's up, fruit?
Anybody else got one?
Yeah, I got one more for you
Okay.
guys here. So, Front Office Sports released the latest and newest renderings of the A's building that's going to be built.
We
in
just
Los
saw
Parker
it.
just came in here and showed us those pictures. It looks like the Sydney Opera
That's
House.
what I saw when I first seen it with
Yeah.
all the little white arches kind of going over each other. The thing that caught my eye is it looked like the scoreboard was part of the roof. It was like above all the stands and part of the roof. Do you guys think that this, venue in Vegas is actually going to work?
I don't even think it's going to get built.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even necessarily think it's a done deal that the A's are going to Vegas. Half of Vegas doesn't want them. So, and the A's owner, nobody likes. So let's see if that thing actually comes to fruition.
Yeah, I can't tell. The mayor doesn't want to, but I will be honest, nobody wanted the Raiders. I mean, none of all the people that I've got family in Vegas.
Yeah.
They all just hate that the Raiders are there.
Yeah, but look at how good they're doing.
No, they're doing good, but they find it to be an annoyance, and a flood of people come in for the games, and they're paying for it in taxes.
Yeah, I think that if they get a baseball team, and especially if they build that stadium, it'll do well.
I think it would do great.
The Golden Knights do really well, the hockey team they have there, but I think it's a long way from saying it's a done deal.
But the Golden Knights win games.
They won right out of the gate.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, if they do this particular Sydney Opera House, it will be one of the coolest looking baseball stadiums in the
right.
world.
It looks awesome.
And I think people will, Vegas is a destination city anyway. So I think they'll have no problem selling tickets. All right, is that a wrap?
Great segment, Corporate Greg. Great segment, Laura. BC, Johnny I. Great segment.
Yes.
Great.
And I was present and accounted for. What are you snorting about?
We're not even. This is a week anniversary of me welcoming you into the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
That's true.
And
Our
look,
nicest.
You did an excellent
and
job.
then I got dressed down.
It lasted a week.
Yeah.
Lasted a week.
And then you blew it up.
Do you know that there are places that will pay you money to move there?
Well, I always used to joke. I got a job offer in Detroit once, and it was like for an insane amount of money, and I didn't take it.
Right. There are some
But-
places that will actually pay you if you just move there.
Any place we'd want to live?
I'll tell you next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis and Sliwa.
All the way live from.
All right, Parker.
What's up, Greg?
Spring training. All right, Parker.
Jeez. Little Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, why are you looking at the camera?
I don't know. Let's start over.
All right, Parker. Dodger spring training.
That's right, Greg. Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one.
Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back.
Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55?
Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests.
Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps?
Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in.
Oh, you always want to have the handsome man president right there.
Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
On a live imaging Tuesday. Mace, I love you just the way you are.
Thank you.
By the way, we're
Then
playing.
why do we have that meeting?
This reminds me of my old Tony Bruno days, though. I'm getting screamed at in the break, and then we just perform.
Right.
Tony would just like scream every break at me.
Yeah.
You suck. You guys need to be more like Mike Thompson.
We just screamed. I was screaming.
And then the minute the mics went on, we were fine.
Yeah, of course. No, we're professionals.
Do you know that on Friday, March 29th,
yeah,
when it is 7:10 ESPN night at the Whiskey A Go Go,
yes,
I'm actually sorry.
and
I'm gonna
Yachtly
miss
Crew
that.
comes to stage. But first, who will be on stage? Steve Mason and I in our
Whoa,
sailor hats.
Oh, sailor hats.
Or captain hats.
Yeah.
Bringing on Yachtly Crew.
That is awesome. I'm excited about that.
So was the Whiskey was Lou Adler's club, right? And the Troubadour was Doug Weston's
I
club?
believe that's correct, but it could be
Elton
reversed.
John
That was the
at the
Troubadour. Yeah, that was
right?
the Troubadour when he
Yeah.
made his debut. But lots of great acts, obviously, have played the Whiskey for so
Tomorrow,
many years.
some of the members of Yachtly Crew are going to drop by the station in the 5 o'clock hour with Cappy and I.
Oh, that's cool.
And
That's cool.
talk about the concert coming up.
I've never seen him.
And you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You and I will dance the night away.
Dance and I
And
Juan
will
Juan
Juan's
is going to
coming?
be there. Yeah, Juan's
Juan
going to
will
be there.
jealous of how much you and I are dancing. When they go into Steal Away and
Am I just going to get dump trucked? Is that
No,
what's
no,
going to
no.
go
I
on?
will not dump truck you. I will put my arms around you and we will sashay. Why don't you steal away? Come here. You need a hug. Come here. Get Steal Away.
I'm not hugging you.
No, we're going to hug.
you're,
We're gonna
you've,
do it right.
you've lost a friend.
I'm not hugging you.
No, we're going to hug right now.
We're not friends today.
And we're just going to dance to Steal Away. We'll do it at 3:15.
Okay, yeah, stay tuned. 3:15. Morales is going to do a solo dance.
We're going to touch.
We will not touch today. we
We're
will
gonna
not touch.
We're going to touch.
No.
Well, you know if you don't touch me, then Cappy comes in here at Supercross Duck, then we're both going to touch you.
Oh, well, you guys feel each other up every day.
Oh, so
That's
you're the
not
one that
untrue.
It's not, but it's for the
Yeah.
bit.
That's a lot of it.
It's
You're
a lot
always
of bit.
mounting and all that stuff.
Are you upset about this?
No.
Are you like Brian Austin Green
No,
now? You're
better
upset?
him than me. That's what I say. Better him than me.
Giants do not place franchise tag on Saquon Barkley, so that probably means he's leaving.
Yeah,
right?
why don't running backs get paid anymore? That's a good question. You sent that today.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
Josh Jacobs is out there.
Mace.
Saquon Barkley's
Mace.
out there. Tony
Derrick
Pollard's out
Henry is out there.
Ezekiel Elliott.
But Derrick Henry's out there. I mean, Derrick Henry, nobody can tackle.
Yeah. Is Austin Eckler out there?
Yeah. Remember, he signed a one-year deal with
That's
the Chargers.
crazy.
So I think Eckler or Barkley would both be good fits for the Rams.
They have the second leading rusher in the league,
I'm
they were 8-2 with Kyron Williams.
I have nothing against Kyron Williams, but I'm just saying Barkley. Remember when we started in the old days, the Chargers had Ronnie Harmon.
Yes.
And they would only bring him in on third down, and he would always he got like 1,000
Sure,
yards
sure.
receiving. That's how you use.
But you
Saquon
only have
Barkley.
so much in money and cap space available, and you would address a need. They don't have a need at running back right now. They have a need at edge rusher. They've got a need at cornerback. I mean, they've got needs. I just don't believe Saquon Barkley is on the table for the Rams or Josh Jacobs or any of those guys. Now, I do think these guys clearly aren't getting paid because the running back position isn't valued the way it used to be. It doesn't have the impact that it used to have. It's
also
become a
easy-
passing league.
It's also easy to replace running backs.
Yes.
It's not wide receivers and tight ends and linemen are harder to find. There's running backs are a dime a dozen.
You also have to pay quarterbacks $50 million now.
That is true. That is true. Boy, can you believe Russell Wilson's that's an $85 million cap hit for the Denver Broncos.
Right, and he's getting paid $38 million a year. So wherever he goes, you get him for the minimum.
Yeah, for the minimum. I think that's worth.
Hey,
by the
Greg.
way, I think that would be worth it for the Raiders.
I do too. I do too.
I like that.
Russell Wilson.
No Russell
The quarterback
You would rather
dislike
have
the most.
Aiden O'Connell than Russell Wilson.
Yes, I would.
You're out of your mind.
No, Russell Wilson. We were talking about it yesterday, the other day, Mace. He's not good in the locker room. His teammates don't like him.
His teammates don't like him. That is true.
Why, then why do you
Everywhere
wanna
he goes,
bring-
his teammates don't like him.
Why do you want to bring that into your locker room?
Because
We
it's
already
for the
have-
minimum.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He's not even a good quarterback.
Here's what I
anymore.
like: 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That's the only thing that matters to me.
In watching the game, he was not good in most of those games. He had a
He was
decent.
better than O'Connell.
By the way,
O'Connell was a rookie.
Here are the odds in Vegas for Russell Wilson's next team. Number one.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's number one. Who's number two?
Raiders.
Raiders are number two. Exactly right.
Is there a third team?
Atlanta. They got a wide
I
open
think they're
quarterback
gonna get
situation.
Kirk Cousins.
I think Kirk Cousins is going to go back to Minnesota.
Good.
There's also a lot of talk of Fields going to Atlanta, being traded to Atlanta.
Justin Fields to Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't know why the Raiders aren't in on Justin Fields.
He should be. They should go get him.
I think Justin Fields is a franchise quarterback.
Right now, the asking price is still pretty high. I think closer to the draft, it'll come down.
Yeah. So can you imagine living somewhere where they have to pay you to live there?
What's an example of a place where they would pay me to live?
Okay. So right now, they would pay you $15,000 cash.
Okay.
To live in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
One-time payment?
One-time payment.
Oh, no.
$15,000.
How long you got to live there for?
That it does not say.
When Cappy screws up, we always tell him he's doing Tulsa radio.
Doing Tulsa?
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing, by the way. The whole state of West Virginia, $25,000 if you move to West Virginia.
You have to be a minor?
I don't know. There are a lot of minors there, but $25,000.
Coal miners, we're talking about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the state of Indiana pays $20,000 if you live there.
Which part?
One of my best friends from high school lives in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
He's a news anchor there.
Yeah, I mean, Topeka, Kansas will pay you $15,000 to live there. Topeka. Kentucky will pay you $8,800 to move to Kentucky. These are all, by the way, places that I couldn't possibly imagine living at.
I can live anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, I know that because when I started in TV, I had to move to Monroe, Louisiana. Then I had to move to Beaumont, Texas. You can always have fun.
See,
I did that for 5 years.
I seriously doubt I will ever leave Los Angeles.
You weren't rich then. Now you're rich.
Yeah.
Right. No, I was actually costing me money, Chris.
I understand.
I had money in the bank, and I spent a bunch of it because I had nothing else to do, so I flew home a lot.
Right.
But I enjoyed those years. I think you can live anywhere. Is $15,000 the most I can get?
$25,000 to live in Kentucky.
Which part, though? That's
just the state.
Just the state,
governor
really?
will
So I can
write
live
you a
in-
check.
Wow.
You
I
could
can
go
live
to
in
Lexington.
Lexington.
You can go to
Oh.
Louisville.
Whoa.
25,000, not mythical, 25,000 real dollars.
I mean, I could live in Lexington and become a Kentucky basketball
Lexington is not a terrible town.
fan.
Louisville is not a terrible town. I mean, $25,000.
Where's that Italian restaurant where Rick Pitino hangs out?
Right.
$25,000 goes a long way there.
Was the Italian restaurant? That's where it was on the floor right there.
Yeah, in front of his assistants.
Yeah, very
weird,
very classy.
Yeah,
very classy.
Just weird.
So I found Laura sent this the most expensive car in the world.
How much?
Take a shot. Most expensive car in the world. Let me tell you a little bit about it.
Okay.
It's a Rolls Royce. It's called an Arcadia Droptail. It is high density Santos straight grain wood section, so it's partly wood, it's partly gold. It is all real leather, all that kind of stuff. What do you think?
All right, so like you can get a Maybach for like $400,000.
Yes.
So I'm thinking this is over $1 million, and because you're saying it's the most expensive car ever, it's probably over $2 million. I will say $2.3 million.
Mm-hmm.
That's my guess.
What do you think?
You're saying the most expensive?
Most expensive car in the world.
$3.6 million.
3.6. Laura knows the answer. Brian?
1.5 million.
1.5 million. Bergman?
$10.3 million.
How about $31 million?
My goodness.
Come on.
$31 million. It is.
You could get LeBron for 60 games for that.
You can buy 1,294 Honda Civics for the price that you pay for this $31 million Rolls Royce.
How much is an oil change on that?
Good question.
Can I take a left turn here?
Oh, sure.
Poor Mace.
Sue Kalinsky.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Just tweeted.
Oh, boy.
The link for your pod with Susie Essman.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yep.
I seriously cannot wait to listen to this.
Yeah,
I love Susie
she's
Essman.
great on it.
But here's my question. Was she funny or was she melancholy because Richard Lewis died, or a little of both?
She was melancholy at the start because he had just, it was the morning after he died. Then we started joking about the
that
show.
She honored her commitment to you.
I was very surprised. I said, Susie, you can totally back out of this. And she was like, no, I'm going to go through with it. And it's a nice tribute to Richard. So, yeah, it's really, really good. It's go to the Culture Pop podcast channel, and you can watch it or listen on Apple, Spotify.
It's so funny because when Jack was little, my son was little, there was a movie about a dog, an animated cartoon movie called Bolt.
Oh, yeah, I remember Bolt.
John Travolta was the voice of Bolt.
Yep.
And Susie Essman was the voice of Mittens, the cat who was friends with Bolt. But I'm so used to hearing Susie Essman dressed down. Yeah, using F word, S, you a-holes, blah, blah, blah. That I couldn't process it.
It's funny.
This movie's rated G, and she was being the voice of a cat, and yet all I could hear was, "You effing fat F."
Right.
Blah,
Well,
blah.
it's interesting. She says that she really didn't want to call Jeff a fat F.
Right.
Which she does all the time.
Yeah.
And it took her a long time to break. Larry finally convinced her to do it.
Didn't Larry say you're not going far enough?
Not going far enough. You got to go further. Yeah.
By the other way, I think J.B. Smoove, the guy who plays Leon,
oh God, he's so
steals
funny.
every scene he's in.
Yeah.
When he walks into a scene, don't you think, okay, something funny's coming?
Oh yeah.
He never is just there for
the whole thing about
scenery.
I'd like to get with Tinkerbell this week. I
Right.
mean, it's like that I think has got to be like random J.B. Smoove,
Yeah,
right?
or the episode where he just started walking around with no underwear, and he would
the shorts. Got his way on everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Curb when it's gone, man.
Yeah.
But he's gonna leave us 14 seasons, so you can go back and watch them. And
Yeah,
they're
there's
still
a lot
just as
there.
fun. Your favorite Curb episode of all time is what?
I will say.
I have 3.
I will say, doll hair is
Okay.
there.
That's not one of my
where
3.
they give the doll a haircut.
You go get that effing doll.
Yeah. And
I want the head. I want the head, Larry. Give me the head.
I would say prostitute that rolls to Dodger Stadium.
That's called Carpool Lane. That's one of my 3.
That's a great one.
Okay. Carpool Lane, Black Swan, when Larry's golfing and he kills Mr. Takahashi's
Oh, yeah,
Black Swan.
right, yeah.
You kill Black Swan? No, not me. You kill Black Swan? No, not me. And how they find him. By the way, we were talking earlier about the brick.
Yes.
The way that episode ends is on Larry buys a plot at a cemetery, and the guy walks up and writes Larry David Swan Killer on the
that's
stone.
right, yeah.
But my favorite episode of all time.
Yeah.
Just watch it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Watch the Palestinian chicken.
Yeah, Gina Gershon.
episode.
Yeah, Gina
That was
Gershon.
my favorite one.
Yeah,
I love it.
greatest episode of all time.
That is classic.
And basically, the gist of it was that there is a Palestinian chicken restaurant that is so good, there are people lined up outside the door to eat there. And Larry and Super Dave Osborne, Bob Einstein, go to eat this chicken, and they feel guilty because they're Jewish. But the chicken is so good that they keep going back. Even though there are people protesting outside of the restaurant.
That's funny.
And they keep
It's a
going
great
back.
episode.
Yeah.
It's a great episode. Hey, I want to talk for a minute about Cut. So there is a brand new legal gambling app called Cut, K-U-T-T. And this is real gambling. Like last night, I won $10 on the Lakers plus 1.5 over OKC.
Yeah, you did.
You can bet real money against your friends. You can bet real money against somebody else who's out there in the Cut community. Go download the app. It's K-U-T-T. It is Cut. And you can download the app and start gambling right away. And you can also go to kutt.com. If you use code ESPNLA, you get a 10% deposit bonus. And there's a group you want to join. There's an ESPNLA group. So when you download Cut, go to the ESPN LA group, and we're BSing and making bets in there. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, they want me to tell you about BBGO, which I'm always happy to do. BBGO is the official game day snack of the Lakers. Mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Keep your freezer stocked with BBGO for a delicious meal. Korea's #1 food brand is making the whole world more delicious. They bring the BBGO food truck to any of these Laker remotes we do, and Bergman and I get like 7 orders. It's unbelievable. It's available at all major grocery stores in the freezer aisle. BBGO Mandu are the largest, juiciest dumplings in the market. Every day is the day to live delicious with BBGO, the official game day snack of the Lakers.
All right, Parker.
What's up, Greg?
Spring training. All right, Parker.
Jeez. Little Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, why are you looking at the camera?
I don't know. Let's start over.
All right, Parker. Dodger spring training.
That's right, Greg. Ohtani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one.
Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back.
Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55?
Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests.
Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps?
Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in.
Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there.
Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
Okay, Mace, Friday night, March 29th, when this song is playing. And Yachtly Crew is performing it.
Sure.
And it plays high in their set list.
Right.
I will grab you, with your consent, in a circular from behind and hug you, and we will sashay. And we will steal away into the night.
Do you think you'll get my consent?
I think that night you will.
Really, that night?
I think this will blow over by tomorrow.
Yeah.
You guys are both good people to ask this to.
Okay.
Robbie Dupree, one-hit wonder.
I think there's one more.
Robbie Dupree.
Yeah, the guy singing this song.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are yacht rock guys.
Yeah. I can't think of another
Yeah, but
Robbie
you're bringing
Dupree
in
song.
the
But
titans
I'll
of
look-
yacht rock.
I'll
That
look it
you're
up.
bringing
It's
on
a
them.
feeling, Lonely Runner.
I don't know.
Hot Rod Hearts.
Hot Rod Hearts
Hot Rod
was
Hearts,
somewhat of a big hit.
Nobody else.
Here's
We
what I
both
wonder.
tried.
Think about people who have had a significant hit.
Oh, Key Largo. We had it all.
Yeah.
That was it.
Oh,
that was
that's
it.
a
Isn't
big
that
one.
Bertie Higgins?
Oh, that is Bernie
That
Higgins.
is,
He
yeah.
did a version of it, though.
Okay.
Even I know that one.
Yeah.
So think about somebody who's had a big hit, one big hit. Like, for example, Katrina.
Katrina and the Waves.
Katrina and the
Walking
Waves.
on Sunshine. They never had
Had another hit.
So could they do a concert?
I don't know. What's her life today? Like, where is Katrina? What is happening with
Well,
her?
did she write it or not? If she didn't write it, then
Worthy is friends, or Worthy's daughter is friends with the one of the kids of Christopher Cross.
Oh.
And he said Christopher Cross has reinvented himself as like a yacht rock icon.
Well, remember, Christopher Cross won, I think,
Album of the year.
five Grammys on one night for the sailing album. The one thing I remember about Christopher Cross is he came in studio on the old Fox Sports West show. Do you remember this?
Boy, I normally am better in remembering stuff like this than you are, but I don't.
Okay, so
he played sailing.
He played sailing, and it was the day Mike Piazza got traded to Miami or to Florida, and he was playing sailing while we were showing Mike Piazza highlights.
But guess what? Christopher Cross wrote all these songs. I just looked.
Oh no!
So he owns
I'm
the
not
publishing.
worried. I'm not worried about him.
He's got
I'm
millions.
I'm worried about Katrina from Katrina and the Waves.
Yeah, I don't think she wrote that one.
Somebody tried to fix me up on a date with Katrina.
Really?
If they only knew.
Yeah, Katrina and the Waves. Yeah, one hit. Where's Katrina now? You figure, like I remember talking to who landed on the moon.
Neil Armstrong?
Not Neil Armstrong. Who else landed on the
Buzz
moon?
Aldrin?
Buzz Aldrin. Okay. So talking to him, and I said, it must be great to have been on the moon. He's like, no, it's terrible because what else can you do? Like, how do you follow up going to the moon? What's it like to have your life highlight when you're 32 years old and it's all downhill from there?
Do you think you've had your life highlight yet?
It's a good question. I'd like to think no.
Well, I think everybody would like to think no. I probably have. I mean,
You
I think
think so?
I think making it to Laker announcer is probably as high as I'm going to get, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
You know,
I will be here until they have to take the microphone from my
out of your
dead
cold
hands.
fingers.
I said it in the speech. You guys can die here.
Yeah.
And we might
probably will.
Working with you, we might.
There will be a day. That day will come.
If John goes first, we'll call it Mason Fresh. That was the story we did earlier.
What story?
That story about
Soup and Fresh.
Soup and Fresh.
Soup and Fresh.
Oh, that's the name of the place?
Yeah, that's
Now we're
the
going to
name
call
of
it
the
Mason Fresh.
Yeah. By the way, that will not work, Brian.
Why not?
Because it's not a buffet anymore.
I thought it still is, no?
No, it sounds like it's just you got a soup, you got a sandwich, and that's it. Soup and Fresh means they got rid of the whole plantation. The plantation's gone.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Where can you go in LA to get good soup?
A question everybody asks.
Yes.
I know. I'm serious. Like in New
good
York, you had
soup.
the Soup Nazi.
Yes.
Where everybody went in there, and that place is still there. But if you were really in the, I'm not a big soup guy.
Where
but
do you get good soup?
Where
Lindsay's
do
a
you
big
get
soup
good
person.
Is she a
Lindsay,
soup person?
Maybe she knows what the good soup is.
Yeah, there's there's an article for everything. The 17 best soup places in all of Los Angeles.
Wow. Click on it. What's number one? Cantor's, you said?
Guess we'll go matzo ball soup there.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Number
matzo ball
one
soup, yeah.
is a place called Seafood Caldo at Mariscos Corona.
All right.
What part of town?
Mariscos.
It looks like it's in Van Nuys.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's that's probably
Fancy soup.
no. That's if it's on Mariscos, it's probably like
Oh
menudo
yeah,
or
they're showing a
pozole or
picture of
something.
it. It's like that,
Right?
Oh yeah, it's more like a ciappino.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Than-
okay.
than like a
You know,
regular
Travis
soup.
Rogers makes a great ciappino at home.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I would not risk making seafood at home. Seafood can just be off. You know what I'm saying? I always say this fish tastes fishy, and Juan makes fun of me, but sometimes the fish is fishy.
I used to have a rule that I would never eat fish on a plane.
Right.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
But wait, the Lakers get catered by all these really fancy restaurants.
Well, they're bringing it in.
Right.
Right.
So
it's like the movie.
I've turned it over.
It's like the movie Airplane. He had the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fish is what did him in. All right. Oh, I see that. Okay. Let me ask you something next about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce at the Sydney Zoo and PETA getting involved.
Oh no!
Yes.
Anytime PETA gets involved, it's bad.
That is coming up for you. In the meantime, let me tell you about
my
commerce.
alligator belt for this story. Hold on.
Exactly.
Do you have an alligator belt? Oh, you're wearing it?
Are you wearing it?
today.
It's not a real alligator
No,
belt.
God, no.
Oh.
So really excited always to play at Commerce Casino and Hotel. That's where I played the LA Poker Classic. Was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago? Always a fun there. I love my new partnership with Commerce Casino. It's a natural for me because I play poker regularly at Commerce. If you have played there, you know it is the best poker room in SoCal, and it is legit. The biggest poker room in the world. You can find every game you want there. Limit hold'em, no limit hold'em. I think I'm going for a cash game on Sunday. I'll probably play 4-8 limit hold'em. That's good for me.
Big money, 4-8.
4-8, yeah. I'm rolling.
Yeah,
I'm rolling big.
Wait, you win the lottery?
Yeah, it's no limit.
I know.
No.
I know.
4-8. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I'm going to be rolling big.
Bring a Brinks truck.
There you go. Commerce Casino, by the way, gave over $1 million in promotions in January alone, giving away $20 million in 2024. Jump in there. Maybe I'll see you at the tables. It's the Commerce Casino and Hotel, commercecasino.com, the home of Mandy's 3, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
3:30 on a live imaging Tuesday on Mason and Ireland. By the way, this morning we did a bit.
Little River Band, Chris. Do I have this right?
Yes.
Okay.
We did a bit.
Travis Funyun?
But
Funyuns are
Flamin'
excellent.
Hot.
Oh, I like all the ones that are Flamin' Hot. I like the Flamin' Hot
too
Doritos.
hot.
I like
Try
the
one.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Too hot.
I like the Flamin'. Let me see.
You want a Flamin' Hot Funyun, John?
No, thank you.
Woo! That's hot. The Kings do a version. I need something to drink. They do a version. No, see, I like that. That's really good. I'm not drinking out of your Coke can.
I didn't drink out of it. It was open at 10 a.m. We were doing a bit.
Yeah, okay, I'm not drinking out of that. I don't know where it's been. The Kings do a bit called The Hot Ones, just like Sean Evans.
Yeah.
And they are inviting me to go over and do the Hot Ones bit at one of the Kings games.
Like
and
the Kings, the hockey team?
The Kings, the hockey team.
Okay.
Yeah, so you eat something hotter and hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
I like really super spicy stuff.
I don't. So did you guys see the story about Sean Evans in the news the other
No.
day? So Sean Evans is the host of the Hot Ones. That's the
Yes.
show Mason's talking about, where they bring on famous people and they make them eat like this stuff that's so spicy they can barely survive.
And interview them while they're talking,
and
yeah.
they get huge names.
Oh,
like
yeah.
They've been able to get a lot of people. So Sean Evans was dating an adult film star.
Okay.
And he broke up with her because he couldn't handle her job.
Okay.
Could you? Could you date somebody that, for their profession, they were an adult film star?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because I can't stand the idea of I could not stand the idea of Juan out there doing stuff without me. Even if he was making good money. No, if Lisa was doing porn, you would not be cool with that. Don't give me that wry smile like
I'm trying. I'm trying to
do.
decide where.
There's no way
my
you
position
would
be.
feel terrible if
But
Lisa
I
was doing
don't-
porn.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that we're being unnecessarily mean to people that do this for
I'm
a
not,
living.
look, sex workers have their living. I just don't want to be married to one or partnered
All right,
with one.
okay, Chris, how about you? Could you date an adult film actor or actress?
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
That would be really
what about-
hard.
I think it'd be hard, yeah.
All right, does it make a difference if they're a stripper? So they're not having sex, but they're stripping.
Makes a little bit of a difference, I think. As long as they're not going through with it. I don't have a problem with, I guess,
I
what
would like
be
to
called
think that I
ogling.
could keep an open mind, but maybe I'd be more like you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do it. Bergman, you couldn't do that.
Greg, didn't you date
Yes.
one once?
Oh!
Yeah.
And did you end up breaking up with her because of that, or was it
Was
other
it a
reasons?
stripper or an adult film star?
No, not adult film star. She had a site.
Yeah, she had a site.
Yeah, she had a
But
site.
did she participate
like
in
cam girl? Yeah, basically.
in sex
Cam girl.
acts with other people?
No.
Okay.
No, but it lasted a couple years, and we didn't break up because of that. But yeah, I didn't like it.
But Sean Evans
I didn't
says
like
that
it at
is
all.
the reason he broke up with this girl.
Yeah, see,
He couldn't handle her job, her career.
I think the average guy could not handle that. The average woman could not handle that under any circumstance.
But I assume all those people that are in that industry have relationships.
I'm sure
are they
they
just
do.
dating each other?
Yeah, no, I'm sure
Maybe.
they do.
I don't know.
I'm sure they do. But yeah, not for me. That's for sure. All right, so Dodgers. What time do we got the Dodgers coming up?
5
o'clock.
Dodgers Angels.
Dodgers Angels. Do you realize that there's only 8 days left in spring training for
That's
the
it?
Dodgers? 8 days.
Seriously?
Yeah, and then it starts 3 a.m. on the what's the date?
Are you
Bergman?
guys doing a special show?
Yeah,
We're
it's
doing a
so
special
stupid. I
March
can't
special
believe-
show.
I can't believe they're making them fly across the world to play 2 regular season games. Do them in preseason. What are you doing?
We are going to do a live show. Is that right, Bergman?
Yeah, March 20th and 21st. It's a Wednesday and a Thursday.
And what time
Tuesday
are
and
we
a Wednesday.
planning to go on? The game starts at 3, I
3
think.
o'clock. Yeah, 3:07.
So-
We're going to be on at 3.
We're going to do 3 o'clock till.
So you're going to be on
and
concurrent
3 to 6.
with the game? Don't
Yeah,
you
with
think
the game.
most Dodger fans will be either watching or listening to the game?
It's
No,
fair.
they'll be talking to us.
Yeah, they'll be. It will be like the soundtrack for the game. You can put the game on, and we'll be talking you through it. We will not be doing play-by-play.
No
Okay.
play-by-play.
I don't think we're allowed to.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
are not.
Well, we're on quite a delay. That's
Yeah,
fine.
we're on a delay. It's all right.
You get around it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. We will not run a lot of commercials at 3 a.m.
No, it's going to be.
Well, that'll be better for them. They don't want to show up at 3 in the morning. And,
Will I not have any things to read?
Probably not.
Like read about Cut,
Probably
my
not.
new
I mean, we can maybe
gambling partner.
They don't pay for the 3 a.m. hour. Usually, our partners.
Yeah.
So we could put them
Hey,
in
let
there.
me ask you a question about Cut.
Yes.
Can I make up any bet I want and throw it on
Yes,
Cut?
you absolutely can.
Like, could I bet stuff that isn't like in a game?
So I saw.
Like, can I bet
I saw. Okay,
what
so
time? What the exact time Super Crosstalk ends is?
yes,
But
actually.
it's just a matter of if somebody else takes the bet.
Correct.
right?
Now there is for example, there are bets on there, and you should download this app. It's Cut, or go to their website cut.com, kutt.com. You could bet on how many Super Tuesday states Donald Trump will win today.
How many states are in
The over/under is 12.5. There's
how many states are in
16,
the mix tonight?
16.
Oh, I think I'd go over.
You could bet on who will win Best Actress at the Oscars on Sunday.
Is this year a lock for somebody?
No, I think there's a chance Emma Stone wins, but it seems like it's going to be Lily Gladstone. But you can bet on any of this stuff.
I told you I'm going to SNL on the 30th.
Do you know who's hosting yet?
No, they haven't announced it yet, but I heard one of the people in the running is Lily Gladstone. Oh. And she really wants to do it.
Oh, she'd be great.
So
she'd be
you know,
great.
we'll see who. Well,
Morales,
I'm going to the live show, so it'll be fun.
Morales, have you downloaded Cut yet?
I have not.
You got to
But
do
I will
it
be this week, but I'm going to bet how long you're going to be mad at me. That's going to be my bet.
How long do you think?
It'll be a day.
You think tomorrow will be fine?
Yeah, I do. Unless you do something else.
Well, it's good because you won't be in here tomorrow, so I will not.
If you want to arrange for me to be in here, I will just do that.
Well, Pepe
come in here tomorrow.
So you know what you just got yourself?
What?
Live Imaging Wednesday.
Oh, live imaging.
Yeah, but Pepe
Wednesday.
and Michael are here too, so it's going
I'll
to be
sit
a
on
full
Pepe's
house.
lap.
Oh,
I'm sure Pepe would love that.
Yeah.
Hey, I made a bet on Cut.
Okay.
What'd you bet?
I bet with some guy named Snickle Fritz picks
Oh,
2023.
don't bet with Snickle Fritz.
Is that guy on the Reddit page?
That guy's a ringer, Greg.
Yeah,
You're in
he
trouble.
sure is.
I'm
That's what he's
betting
doing.
on Snickle Fritz.
So it's a $5 bet, and I took the Knicks, and he did a custom. He made his own spread, which you can do on here.
Yeah.
And it's a
Wait a
minus.
minute.
I took the Knicks -4 over the Hawks.
You're out of your mind.
Why?
Jalen Brunson's out.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
forgot
wait a minute.
Jalen Brunson
Is
was
Jalen
out.
Brunson for sure out? I heard he was questionable.
I think he's out.
I know it's a knee
I just
contusion, but
lost
I
$5.
heard
Did
he
you
was
already?
questionable.
Did you already take the bet, Greg?
Yep, once you
now,
do it,
once
it's
you
in,
do
it's
it,
locked.
is it like our mythical money? You can't.
Yeah, locked. It's locked and loaded.
Yeah, no, it's
The
you're
ticket.
done.
You have the ticket.
So I've got two bets tonight on Cut. I've got Toronto on the money line over New Orleans. You say that's a bad bet, right, Ireland?
Say the bet again.
Toronto on the money line against New Orleans.
Yeah, I like New Orleans in that game.
And Denver -7.5 over Phoenix.
I like that bet. I think
Yeah.
Denver will win that game by more than 7.
I like the betting name. So Minnesota Trabs is who I've got the bet
Greg,
with.
he's out. Left knee contusion.
Well, I just lost $5.
It's bad for my fantasy team, too. But the one thing I wanted to make sure you know is you download the Cut app. You join our group, the ESPN LA group. We're betting. This is actually cool. In California, you can bet real money using Cut. So download the app or go to their website, kutt.com, and get in the action. You could be like Greg Bergman and Snickle Fritz.
Yeah, I like Snicklefritz in that bet with no Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
although
Snicklefritz.
Josh Hart played really well the other night, Greg. He had like 20 rebounds.
Wasn't he close to a triple-double in that game, too?
Yeah, so
Really?
maybe Josh Hart will save you.
Yeah.
Hope so.
All right, we're going to do some game of games. It is Laura's game today.
Yeah.
And Laura, do you have a sneak preview of what we're looking at here?
Laura, sneak preview time.
I don't think any of you guys are going to do well, but we'll see.
Oh, good. This is a game.
and walls.
You should bet on that on Cut right
It's
now.
Yeah,
another
you can
Harry
bet on that
Potter
on Cut.
game.
All right, we'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Let me tell you about our downtown home away from home for Cappy and I, the East Central Hotel. It's a contemporary hotel with an authentic LA vibe located in the heart of downtown Los Angeles. Across from LA Live, Crypto.com, Microsoft Theater, and the LA Convention Center. I just saw a few people in the COT have booked rooms at the East Central to get ready for Lakers basketball. The East Central Hotel is perfectly situated to accommodate travelers who want to experience all that Los Angeles has to
Hey,
offer.
Chris,
Yes.
that's a great idea.
Right.
So think about this.
Yes.
Let's say you want to like do a staycation getaway or come up here.
Go to the East Central Hotel.
So you could go to the Lakers Bucks Friday night, stay at the East Central, do LA Live on Saturday, and then Sunday Lakers Minnesota.
Guess what? Guess who's doing that? Cappy.
Yeah.
He'll be staying at the East Central
That's
Home
brilliant.
Friday night.
That's brilliant.
Imagine modern convenience with a front row seat to the world of sports and entertainment. Whether you are coming to downtown LA to see a concert, show, or event or game, East Central provides entertainment. See, John? Entertainment to travelers and local Angelinos. The best place to stay in the city. The spacious rooms, the biggest rooms in downtown LA. Plus, you got the giant hand in each room. I'm going to tweet that out tonight. The giant ham. hand. And you can experience the Nixo Lounge right there overlooking Figueroa. So check out the East Central Hotel in downtown LA. Give them a call, 213-748-1291, 1291. Mention that you know Cappy and Chris Morales from 710. And you know what? They're going to be nice to you. They're going to treat you like you're part of the family. Part of the family. The East Central downtown LA Entertainment's official address.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but calljacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, it is time for Game of Games. Cappy is stepping in here. What's going on, Cappy?
Hello, gentlemen.
Here in L.A., you're going to the Kings game tonight, right?
L.A. Kings tonight.
Sacramento
versus
Kings
Sacramento
tomorrow.
Kings, correct.
Yeah.
King.
Week of Kings.
Just call him King.
Who are the Kings playing tonight? Yeah. They're playing the Vancouver Canucks.
Obviously.
Hey, turn Bergman's
Yeah.
mic on. We can't hear him.
No, but it sounds weird.
Yeah.
Try
Come on,
the
humble
genius
genius.
over here. Yeah, humble genius. Try this.
Hey, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Game
How
of
about
games.
this? Does this work?
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's better.
Hey,
Way
okay.
better.
Game of games brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.com. Laura, what's the game?
All right, so the game is about cars.
Okay.
Okay?
Like the movie?
No, just regular cars.
I know everything about that movie.
Like automobiles?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, automobiles.
Okay.
Here goes.
BMW.
No, so it's multiple choice,
Okay.
true or false, and name is your buzzer for the really, really easy one.
Okay.
So here we go. And we'll start with Greg. I don't know why I want to do that, but we'll do that.
Sure.
What is the best-selling car of all time? Is it Nissan Altima, Toyota Corolla, or Honda Civic?
Honda Civic.
Okay. Oh, who's keeping score, by the way?
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
Mace.
I will also go Honda Civic.
Okay.
I, too, will go Honda Civic. Cappy.
I'll go Toyota Corolla.
Brian.
I'll also go Toyota Corolla.
Ding, ding, ding. It is Toyota Corolla.
All right, Cappy and Brian are on the board.
Civics last forever.
I know,
do.
but they're not the
They're great
number
cars.
one selling car.
Okay.
All right, número dos. What is the most popular color for a car? Is it A, black, B, red, or C, white?
Brian.
Red.
Greg.
Black.
Mace.
Black.
I'm going black. Cappy.
White.
It is white, Cappy.
Wow,
White.
Scott Kaplan.
I was very shocked by that when I saw that, by the way.
I am surprised.
White cars get dirty.
I would
Yeah,
never
they
drive
show
a white car.
everything.
I thought it would be black, but hey, white it is.
There you go.
All right, this one's a true or false.
Okay.
Is the U.S., true or false, the U.S. is a country that consumes the most gas every year? True or false?
Mace.
True.
I will also say true. Cappy.
True.
Brian.
True.
Greg.
I want to make up a point. False.
Oh, Greg, you should have went with the crowd. Come on, man. It's true.
man.
That
I
was
thought
like an easy giveaway.
I would just like to say that Scott Kaplan is 3 for 3.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's right.
There you go, Cap.
Humble genius.
Cap.
On his game. On his
I
game
did
today.
say these guys would not go well with. So here it is. It's for you. What is the average length of time an American will spend sitting at red lights in their lifetime? Is it 8 months, 6 months, or 11 months?
Cap.
I'm going to go 11 months.
Brian.
I'm going to go 6 months.
Greg.
11.
Mace.
8.
I'm going to go 6.
It is 6 months. Sorry, Cap.
That's it. Damn.
Who else
I feel
got
like
that
I'm in
besides me?
forever.
Brian. Okay, Brian has 3. Cap has 3. John has 2. Mace 1. Greg. Pupkis.
I'm looking for the Romo.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Bergman.
It's going to be the Bergman here in a minute.
All right, here's another one. What year was the first speeding ticket issued in the United States? Is it 1919, 1902, or 1931?
This is me. I'm going to go 1919. Cap.
31.
Brian.
Yeah, 1931.
Greg.
1919, like the Black Sox.
Mace.
31.
Damn, no one got it. 1902.
Wow.
No.
Really?
I didn't even know cars
I didn't even know there
existed in
were cars. in
I
1902.
Googled it
It was
too.
going super
I
fast.
I didn't know there were
Googled
cops.
it too, okay?
Hey, Bergman's still alive for the Roma.
I Googled it too. All right, what year was the first electric traffic light invented? 1913, 1912, or 1901?
Cap.
13.
Brian.
1912.
Greg.
1901, before they,
speeding
give tickets.
Yeah. Mace.
13.
I was going to say 1901 until Bergman guessed it. Yeah. But he's been so wrong about everything.
I'm right on this one.
What are the other two besides 1901?
1913 and 1912.
I'll do 1912.
I think 2 people got it, and it is 1912.
Okay, who else got it besides me?
Brian.
Brian Cohen has the lead. Cohen 4, Ireland 3, Kaplan 3, Mace 1, Bergman zip. How many you got, Laura?
I have a few left.
Okay.
So however many you guys need.
Okay.
All right, here we go. How often is a car stolen in the United States? Is it every 42 seconds, every 35 seconds, or every 27 seconds?
42, 35, or 27. Brian.
Let's go 27 seconds.
Greg.
27 seconds.
Mace.
37 seconds.
30. There's no 37.
Oh,
35.
35 seconds.
I'll go 42. Cap.
Yeah, I'll also go 42.
It is 42.
Oh, I got you,
Come
Brian.
on.
So did Cappy.
No,
we got a 3. Now, how many are left, Laura? Actually count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right.
6.
Okay, everybody's still alive. Keep going.
Okay, where was I, Laura? Okay, here it is. What is the world's largest automotive company? Is it Honda Motor Co., Volkswagen AG, or Toyota Motor Corp?
Cap.
Going Toyota.
Brian.
I'm going to go Volkswagen.
I will also go Toyota. Mace.
Toyota.
Greg.
Honda.
Greg, you can't catch a break. It is Volkswagen.
So Cap
By the
got
way,
that?
I didn't get it.
Brian got it.
Okay, Brian's got the lead.
The goal is to get all of them wrong.
Right.
You're
No,
doing quite well.
You're on a roll.
All right, keep going, Laura.
All right, which U.S. city has the worst traffic? Is it San Francisco, Washington, D.C., or New York?
Brian.
I'm going to go New York.
Greg.
What was the first two?
San Fran or Washington, D.C., or New York?
Ooh, Washington, D.C.
Okay.
It
Mace.
used to be.
I'll go DC.
I'm going to go New York. Cap.
I don't like the fact that Bergie said D.C., but I actually think he's right. I'm going D.C.
He is right. I'm super bummed.
Oh, Greg.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
Purpose. I
You
didn't
ruined
think
it.
it was going to be that
All
one.
right.
I
ruined
don't-
it.
Yeah, DC is such a little place.
Yeah,
It's crazy
tiny.
congested.
All right,
Yeah.
so Greg, with that, you're out.
I'm out. Oh, darn.
Damn,
Mace,
Greg.
You're out.
All
All right, so it is Cappy 5, Brian 5, John 4. Here we go.
What was the first foreign car company to come to America? Volkswagen, Toyota, or Honda?
Brian.
Volkswagen.
Cappy.
I'm also going Volkswagen.
I think you guys are right. I'll also go Volkswagen.
It is Volkswagen.
Yeah. Okay, so how many are left, Laura?
I have 3.
All right.
Three.
It's fun
Six.
when you're
6
not
for
in it.
Cap, 6 for Brian, 5 for John.
sucks.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's getting
this,
boring.
I have 1 multiple choice and 2
It's a
name is your
text.
buzzard, okay?
Okay, which one are you
Okay.
doing first?
I'm going to do name is your buzzard.
Okay.
This is super easy, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
What car is used in the 1985 film Back to the Future?
Ireland.
Ireland.
A DeLorean.
Yep, there you go.
It is now 6 to 6 to 6.
I
And there are 2 left.
Is today
Okay.
Friday the 13th?
No.
No.
Okay.
get
So
it?
I'm going to do I'm going to do the multiple choice here.
DeLorean.
What year was the first commercial car radio introduced? Is it 1933, 1930, or 1932?
I'll go first. I'll go 1933. Cap.
32.
Brian.
I'll go 30.
It is 30, 1930.
Brian takes the lead.
Brian's
freaking
got
guy.
the lead.
All right,
And
this
is the
is
last one.
Name
Capital
is your
one.
buzzard.
Oh, name is your buzzard.
Name is your
Okay.
buzzard.
Okay,
super
this is
easy.
for everything.
Okay.
Super easy. What kind of car is associated with James Bond?
Ireland.
Ooh, I don't know. That was pretty close.
Ooh, see, he finished his. Cap said his whole name
All right,
first, but
hey,
Ireland, I
Ireland
think, went first.
first.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's do it on 3. And if we both get it, we'll both get the point. It'll be a 3-way tie. Okay, do you have a tiebreaker, Laura?
I do.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Aston Martin.
You didn't say
You
anything.
didn't say nothing.
I can't give it to him if you didn't say anything.
No,
all
you
right?
can't give it to him.
I thought he wanted us to rename our names.
No, no.
No, so I get that.
Yeah,
I
you
can't
Did
get
you
that.
know that? Did you know that
I was
or
going
no?
to say Aston
You
Martin.
didn't know
No.
that.
You were not going to say that. I say BMW or
All
something.
right,
You
so
didn't
Laura,
get it.
here's where we're at.
It's Ireland.
Cappy's out, and it's Ireland and Brian
DB7.
for the
Beautiful.
tie.
Let's
We're
go.
tied
All right,
at
here
7.
goes. All right,
Brian,
guys.
get someone to write this down.
Go, Brian.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Do it.
The most, Cappy, you blew that. You blew that. You blew that. All right, here we go. The most expensive car ever sold was a 1963 Ferrari GTO sold in 2018. How much money was this car sold for?
Okay.
Obviously closest.
All right.
Writing something down.
All right, Brian, did you write something down?
Yep.
What'd you write?
25 million.
I wrote 2.8 million.
Oh my goodness, $70 million.
Oh!
$70 million.
Wow.
2.8 is slow.
Yeah, it's really
That's
low.
Yeah, 2.8 is
genius.
low.
Humble genius
Nice job,
for the
Brian.
win.
Genius.
I told you. By the way, it works a couple of ways because he's also from Humboldt
Oh,
County.
I like
Nice.
that.
So he's the
Nice.
Humboldt genius, too.
There we go. I like that one.
Changed
That
to
one,
that
yeah,
Humboldt
that one's
genius.
better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Congrats.
what'd you say? You said like 20-something million?
25 mil.
25.
So you were off by 50 million and you still won.
Yeah.
Johnny I, the guy who's got that Kobe car. What's that guy's name?
Kobe Hellcat.
Craig.
Yeah, that guy. That thing's worth $2.5 million.
That's beautiful.
That's a great car.
Beautiful
1875 people.
By the way, Cappy, he's a great guy. He will bring that car out to events if you want him to.
Oh, I know. He's telling me that he's coming to the pickleball event.
Yeah,
nice.
Well, we're trying to swing that. There's some red tape, but we're trying to swing it.
Oh, really? What kind of red tape?
Do you want me to say it on the air?
Yeah.
Pickleball event is sponsored by Subaru.
Oh,
and
I know.
And that car is a Dodge Charger.
Oh, come on. I can handle that with my
No,
Subaru.
I know you
people.
But
can,
I think of it as a
but the
Kobe car,
sponsor-
not a.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
a
do
Kobe
too.
car.
Yeah, Kobe car.
Or you know what we should do? Maybe we should just get a Subaru and we'll Kobe it out.
Yeah, it would not be easy
No.
to Kobe it out.
No.
Yeah. By the way, Game of Games is brought to you by Jacob Emrani. Everybody loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after a big accident. So remember, anybody can fight, but Jacob is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Let's hit the Super Stager.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
That was impressive.
Hey,
That's a good one.
can I ask you guys, as I come to sit down in studio, it's great to be with you guys. I got to listen to almost the whole show today.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Couple of questions. First question is, who's having this nutritious lunch of Flamin' Hot Funyuns and regular Coke?
Travis.
No, it was Morales, right?
No, but he said they were doing a bit this morning.
Oh, okay.
So it's Travis and Sliwa were having Funyuns.
Okay.
Funyuns are delicious, especially the spicy ones.
Really, the Flamin' Hot ones?
I like all the Flamin' Hot ones.
Yeah, I don't do any Flamin' Hot.
Yeah, I love the
I don't do
Flamin'
any
Hot.
Flamin' Hot because of the color. It's not even the taste; it's the color.
You got to let me know. Now, the Kings have somebody from the Kings reached out to me.
Yeah.
And they do a thing called the Hot Ones apparently during games. It's
Okay.
like a feature
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between quarters.
Okay. Quarters or periods?
Periods, sorry,
Yeah,
periods.
depends on what you
and they want me to go over there and eat. I guess it's like the Sean Evans thing where you
Okay.
eat a bunch. So I need a report
Okay,
because
I'll have
I've not seen this happen.
Okay,
But
I'll be there tonight. I'll do
Okay.
it. Now, it pisses me off that the Kings have reached out to you about this Hot Ones thing.
Well, I mean,
why? Because you got FOMO?
No, because I said I wanted to skate on the ice during a Kings game.
I don't know that that's
Are you-
impossible.
Can you ice skate? Are
Well,
you capable of that?
He can.
I
absolutely
found
ice
out
skate.
during our ice skating
You
thing,
were a ringer.
you know, that I can actually skate.
Yeah, he was very good. He acted really cautious for like 30 seconds, and then all of a sudden he was like,
Then all of a
Brian
sudden,
Boitano.
I was like, I'm a natural.
He
Whoa.
Boitano'd
Whoa.
that thing.
I'm Luke Robitaille
Yeah,
all up in
exactly.
it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, that's good. You know, this whole Flamin' Hot thing, though, I don't like things that catch me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
So this past Sunday, I'm having brunch with some friends, right? And we both ordered this breakfast burrito, and they said there was some sort of a poblano kind of pepper in it
Sure.
or something, right? So we're eating this burrito, and dude, all of a sudden, I'm like sweating uncontrollably at the table. Now I got my girlfriend Rachel right here to my left. I got my buddy Brad over here, and I got his girlfriend over here, Tammy, and I'm like sweating down my face, down the back of my neck, and now
It's that hot.
It's that hot, and now I'm so embarrassed. And here comes the next step. Now I take the napkin from my lap and I start wiping off my head,
yeah.
wiping off the back of my neck, and it's like I just ran a marathon.
Wow.
I mean, I am so
Sounds like a terrible meal.
horrible. It was at an overly fancy, overly expensive place, and I should have been like, "Excuse me." Like, I didn't know.
Why didn't you say hold the poblano?
I didn't know the poblano was going to be so
Yeah,
hot.
but the poblano is a pepper. You could have said hold the poblano.
I didn't know poblano was going to make me sweat like that.
Yeah, it's hot. It's a hot pepper.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I acted cool by not saying, hold the poblano.
Yeah.
And the poblano made me sweat like an
Yeah,
animal.
that's too bad.
Horrible.
Yeah, terrible meal.
Yeah.
Sounds
now,
awful.
Now here, let me ask you guys another question because I was listening to a lot of the show today.
Yeah, sorry.
What happened? What happened today between you, Stephen Mason, and Christopher Arthur Morales? What happened? What don't I know? Because I think George is coming in, and if I had to guess, Morales was just ripping George's ass apart.
Today?
Oh, yeah.
No. Not
today?
Yeah, today, like right now.
No, he was
Yeah,
not.
I'm telling you. I bet you Sedano's going to tell you the same thing.
He's saying that Morales dressed. I'm using the phrase "dressed you down." Did he dress you down today?
He gave me some bleep.
Did he?
Apparently, it's
He
happened
gave
to
me-
everybody.
He gave me a lot.
Yeah.
What
I was
happened? I mean, he gave you a few days
Well, I
after
don't
the
want
Hall
to
of
discuss
Fame.
it on the air because it's not really that big a deal. But I was just like, really? It was like one of those.
I was like, really, and it threw my whole day off.
Oh,
See,
really?
that's how
I mean,
I'm
I've
like,
heard on the air you guys have been talking about it. I was
but we
curious
haven't
to know
said
what,
exactly what it is.
what happened.
Yeah,
What can you say?
Did it have something to do with Ross Porter?
It did not. Did not.
Was it as offensive as what Ross said?
No. Okay. Nothing could be that offensive.
Okay.
Was it that he didn't want to give you some Funyuns?
No. It's I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Hey, I'll change the subject.
Okay.
I was really pissed off. And
It sounded like it.
And
You
like
don't
you
wanna
can
talk about it?
lose a
You
friend.
can
Slough stuff off. I
Maybe
can't
I
slough
won't.
it off. It's like it sticks with me all day. Like it will not be
I mean,
gone.
you got veins popping out of your neck right
my
now.
pissed offness will not go away
Yeah.
until I wake up tomorrow morning. I'm
Okay.
gonna have to sleep this off.
So the rest of your day.
Oh, you should have cursed.
The rest of your
Would've
day
been
is
great.
like ruined.
Ruined.
And like anytime you think to yourself, like, what's bothering me? You're going to know exactly what's bothering you. That Morales ruined your day.
He did.
By doing something to you. But at least he didn't do it in advance of the Hall of Fame. At least he waited
Right.
a week after
That's
the Hall
true.
of
No,
Fame.
and the nice thing is they waited till 10 minutes before the show to do it.
Oh, that's good. That's
I
good.
mean, look
That's
at
what you
that.
do.
Timing is
You're the son of a talent. How do you do that?
Exactly.
It was an hour.
Is that what
Very
you learned?
talent
You're the son of a
friendly.
talent.
Is that what you
Very
learned?
talent
Is that-
This one
friendly.
is that
doesn't
what
work,
you
I don't
do?
think.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
It obviously wasn't an hour from what I hear.
What do you hear? There was
Johnny doesn't hear have my mic.
Ask Cappy and Sedano, were there not difficult content discussions last week?
Yeah.
Very,
Okay.
very difficult.
I mother bleep him all the time.
Yeah.
We scream at each other, but also Cappy was taken to the woodshed.
Right.
To the
Were you
woodshed?
taken to the woodshed,
I was
Kevin?
out there, and it was his shed, and I was like, oh my God, it's wood. I'm in the woodshed.
Right.
Oy vey, I've never been here before, right? I
Ask
didn't know.
Lindsay. A lot of tough conversations.
Yeah, I just...
Did we talk to you about content today?
No, you talked to me about my lack of commitment to the show.
That never came up.
That absolutely
Never
did.
came up.
Absolutely
Never
did.
came up.
That
Oh, my.
100% came up.
It didn't.
That's exactly what it was.
Then you're not
That's
interpreting the
exactly how I read
conversation.
it. That,
Are we
I
gonna have to start
absolutely
recording
not.
the
The way I
conversations with
interpret
you?
the station.
We're gonna start doing them on Teams so we can record them.
A lack of
Doing
commitment.
them, I'm not allowed to do on Teams. I have to be there in person.
And then we will play them back on the radio.
Oh, that'll be great. I look forward to that.
I really hate when people record
All right, so wait.
Zooms.
Come on. Let me backtrack here.
Go ahead.
Don't start
Go ahead.
meandering.
Go ahead.
He questioned your lack of commitment
Never
for the
did.
show?
Never did.
How so?
Oh, a Sedano
Let's just
sigh
let's
from
air it
Mason.
out.
Go ahead.
Leather couches.
So, here's the thing. I've had like I've been a little bit down emotionally.
And did we not have a very wonderful conversation about that last week
We
together,
did.
one-on-one?
But then today you just came
destroyed
after
it.
me.
That's it.
Destroyed
All
me.
that went full reverse.
Because I found out I was late to the station 4 of the last 6 days.
Okay. And what does that mean? Why in air quotes?
Because my understanding is now I'm supposed to be here at noon every day.
Okay.
Now, is
Why
that
is
a
that?
Bergie issue?
That's a rule.
Oh, is
That's
that
not a rule.
It's
Nobody said
it's
the
a
word
law.
rule.
Hard
It's
and
a law.
fast.
It's a regulation.
Hard and fast
It's a
rule?
regulation.
Well, hard and fast
I
is
hate
more for Cappy,
regulations.
but-
We have too many regulations.
We got to deregulate.
deregulate.
I think-
I've always been about that.
Yeah.
Reagan's my guy.
But I think this is a Bergman thing.
Well,
I
he
do.
deregulated a little too much.
Because I heard Bergman about a week ago. Mace came walking into the conference room at about 12:50 p.m.
You did hear it.
And
Oh,
and,
boy.
and then
See, Corbett Gray, you didn't
You
let me know
did
about this.
hear
I
it.
didn't know
Oh,
we
wait,
had-
go. I want to hear this now.
And then Bergie goes, "Hey, you're just getting here." And Mason's like, "Yeah, I had a podcast to record." And Bergie's like, "Oh, really? Podcast is more important than the radio show, huh?"
It wasn't like that, but it was
Yes,
close. It
it
was
was
close.
very
It was
close
close.
to
It was
that,
close.
Bergman.
It was close.
And
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm allowed to work my side hustle just like everybody else.
Nobody
here.
is
I'm
stopping you.
allowed
Okay.
to side
there
All
hustle.
right.
it is.
Look, we want the whole thing. We want the whole thing.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Air it
So, because I was in different meetings and things going on, I was told, wait, do you want it? I'll stop right now, Mace.
No, yes.
Okay.
Let's go. Air it out. Airing of grievances.
Because
gonna get too
I
old
was
for all
in
this.
because I was in different meetings, he said, I need you in here from 12:15 to 1 o'clock every day so we can have our conversation. So I said, okay, I'm going to take clear my entire schedule from that time every
and
single
you did
day.
come to me during that period and say, I need Greg during this time.
During that time,
Yeah.
every
Not have a
single day.
conversation.
So that happened.
That
That did happen.
Wait, no, I want to hear from Mason. Hold on a second.
Right. And then
my show.
I found out 4 of the last 6 days I missed my appointed time.
Not appointed.
Not appointed.
It's
You
appointed.
made the
time
appointment.
That you appointed.
Self-appointed.
Right. That I said, yeah. So I ran late a few days, and now I'm hearing it.
Did you give him a heads up?
Yeah, I actually did. I always give him a heads
He
up.
did-
Say I'm running super late
He
today.
said running super late. I'm going to make it for crosstalk, and
Yeah.
it was 4 out of 6 days that was happening. So I said, hey, this was a time that you wanted me to be here available to you. If I am not, I'm pushing everything else aside. If you're not going to show up during that time, what?
I mean, I got to be honest. I rarely have ever said this in the 7+ years I've been here. Greg may have a point.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, seriously. Did someone have
It hit me
on
wrong.
loop?
It hit me wrong because, and I've said this every time I do an LA County Department of Mental Health read, that I'm actually running low right now. I'm depressed right now.
Do you need some days?
Yeah, we
They
told
all
you to
offer-
take.
they all
Cappy
offer
and I will
days.
sit in with Ireland.
They
We
all
told
offer
you to take
days.
days.
Yeah. No, it's better for me to work.
No, in all
Okay.
seriousness.
And not be berated.
You're
I'd
not
like
berated.
to work
You
and
weren't
not
berated.
be berated.
You're not berated. You weren't berated.
What's wrong?
I can
As
see
somebody
the
who
berated I could probably see.
So as somebody who deals with mental health often, and some days has such, and Cappy knows, he has to drive me around because of my anxiety. So I get it, but you were not berated today. We were having a conversation.
I heard berating.
Well, that I understand.
I interpreted it
I
as
understand,
being
but
berated.
we're telling you, we all love you.
Yeah.
You're the star of this radio station.
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
What's the problem? What's
true.
going on with you?
Yeah, what can we
What's
do?
the matter?
What can we do
I
to make
help?
your life
What
easier?
can I do to help you?
Do you want them gone?
Because here's the thing.
These guys? No, I love these guys.
Travis and Sliwa.
No,
we'll
I
fire
love
them
Tra-
tomorrow
I
if
love
that makes you
Travis
happy.
and Sliwa. I'm not,
We'll put Trudell and Geeter there in a second.
I put everybody in my Hall of Fame.
He's in
acceptance
love with
speech. I
Geeter.
mentioned
Oh, my
everybody.
God.
He's
We're
in love with
texting
Geeter.
like crazy.
I
mean,
love Geeter.
Morales and Geeter is like the newest bromance I never thought I would put on my bingo
By the way,
card.
Mike Trudell at 4:45 today.
Can
Oh, nice.
Morales and Geeter get into your hot tub?
No.
Okay, I just didn't know if it was me. I
Nobody
didn't know if it
can
was
get
me.
into
I
my
was
hot tub
interpreting
except
it.
me and
what
Morales.
about Cappy and Geeter?
Cappy? No. Cappy and Geeter.
I thought
no.
it was maybe
How
Morales.
about Geeter
No.
and Trudell?
No.
Geeter and McMiniman?
John, you got anything?
McTan, no.
No.
Ireland, what do you got?
Jovan Buha?
All these guys can go in my hot tub, and my hot tub's big.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got a 2-person hot tub. You've got a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
A pool jacuzzi. That's different from a 2-person hot tub.
So do you feel better now that we've aired the grievances?
I just feel terrible. I'm going to tell you
I
why.
think he feels
I'm
worse.
going to tell you why I feel bad. Let me tell you why. Because, you see, I, thankfully, do not suffer from depression.
Yes.
I don't know from depression personally.
Right.
I understand it. I understand people have it. I acknowledge it. I'm not blowing it off. I'm not trying to, knock it down.
Right.
But I don't deal with it. So when I hear friends of mine tell me that they woke up and it's a gray day and it's a perfectly sunny skies out, I'm like, what do you mean gray? Like, explain it to me. Tell me what the problem is. I feel horrible.
Well, that's the issue, though. They can't explain it.
Okay,
Right.
So yesterday, Mace, I want you to know something.
Yep.
I had a meeting yesterday with my therapist. My therapist told me, do you realize, this is what he said to me, that you and I have not spoken since December 19th, 2019. He actually had it in his notes. That
Wow.
was the last time we'd gotten together was December 19th,
Wow.
2019, pre-pandemic. And he's like, if you could, catch me up on a variety of things. What happened when the radio station went off the air? What happened with your divorce? What happened with the kids?
So all this stuff had happened, and you
What happened to
hadn't
all these
talked to him.
trials?
4 years, right?
Yes.
4 years.
Did you tell him Sedano and I saved your career?
I did tell him about,
thank
about
you.
the whole
Yes,
state.
yes.
I
Did you
did
tell him Sedano and I saved your career?
I said to him, I said, you got to understand, Sedano saved my career. Morales, I had to tell him all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't, at the end of it all, he actually said to me, he goes, well, I don't really think you need me, And I said, okay, great. And he said, do you remember what I told you about depression? He asked me this. He goes, do you remember what I told you about depression? That the only way to really battle depression is to have true structure. And because my ex-wife, this is what it was going on. I go, yes, of course I remember that. Because if you don't have true structure, if you don't get up, get out of bed, have breakfast, work out, come to work by 12:15.
Yes, by 12:15.
Have that 45 minutes. Get on the air from 1 to 4 p.m. Get done. Go home. Do others. So that at the end of the day, you can look back on your day and say,
Production.
I accomplished all this
things.
stuff.
Right. Yes.
So I don't know what's going on with you, but
Yeah.
I'm here to help.
Yeah, no, I'm just going through a down period, and it happens. That's why I'm working with LA County Department of Mental Health.
Right.
That's why I feel strongly about that. And it's weird. I get DMs all the time from people who say, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that. I heard from a guy who's having a marriage problem right now, and his son is not doing well, and all kinds of stuff. And sometimes you got nowhere to. I've got great support. from everybody but Morales and Bergman.
Well, I'm just going to say this. This is the last time I listen to Corporate Greg about talking to you.
Oh, it was Bergman?
I mean, no, it wasn't Bergman. I agreed to be in the room with him, but he walked me into a buzzsaw today.
Did Bergman need you to be with him?
No.
To
We're
have
a
this
team. We're a
conversation?
team.
Okay.
We worked together. I had it all set.
The problem is when you look at Mace, we can't see what's
Yes.
going on behind the curtain. So we think we're talking to you.
Right.
When in actuality, what you're projecting back at us is you're very upset, you're depressed, something's bothering you
Yes.
right now. And we can't tell. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. And if anybody out there is dealing with it right now, you tell somebody. You tell a
Did
friend.
you tell
or-
these guys before they started to berate you? Did you tell them before
No,
they
we had a
undressed
conversation
you?
last week.
Yeah, we had a conversation last week, and then they
But,
hit me anyway.
but again, this wasn't being berated.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
You
just
guys
his
were
words.
berated
His
last
words.
week.
Yeah,
it was beration.
I mean, he berated
It was
us.
absolute
Dude, he kicked my
beration.
ass last week.
Did he really?
Oh,
He
my
berated
God.
us.
Yeah, he told me he's been berating everybody.
Yeah.
No,
Woodshed.
No, Greg berated Sliwa last week about contests.
Sliwa.
You know what? He
Yeah, we
deserves
had a
He's the
conversation.
host of the year.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
not
Oh, wow.
anymore.
That's it?
Wow. He deserves it.
I should mention, since we're talking about this, if you are having issues, remember the LA County Department of Mental Health has got a 24/7 helpline, 800-854-7771. You can also go to their website, dmh.lacounty.gov. If you don't have any support, here's some support. for
Yeah,
you.
there you go. Hey, Johnny I. Excuse me real quick, George. Johnny I, you were talking about bricks earlier today on the synagogue,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah. You got one somewhere, someplace?
I don't have a brick that says this, but
Have you seen Curb yet?
I have not.
Okay.
But here's the deal. My brick, and did you hear this conversation, George?
No.
Okay.
Did you watch Curb, George?
I have not yet,
All right,
no.
so
Okay.
in Curb, there is a scene where Larry goes to a synagogue where they have a donor wall.
Right.
And you can buy a brick, and somebody has bought a brick, and they wrote, Larry David disrespects
women, yeah.
And Larry's like, what the hell? I got to get this brick taken down. And the guy runs and says, we don't take them down, but you can put something up to counter it. So, Cappy, if I paid for a Scott Kaplan brick, what would you want the brick to say?
One word, because you had two words.
Yeah,
What were your-
mine is why not?
Why not? You have a brick, George? What would your brick
No,
say?
but now it all makes sense because I caught this conversation right midstream when you guys were when you mocked Greg for whatever it was he said.
What was Greg's brick?
And now it all makes sense because you're pissed off at him.
What was Greg's brick? Be here by 12:15? What was his brick?
That's what it should be.
What was Greg's brick?
Be here by 12:15.
What was it? What was your brick?
It was like something about good dad being kind to everyone. Or
Yeah,
something
I
like that.
am kind to everyone, and I had a
I
conversation.
am kind to
I'm the
everyone.
nicest person here.
Okay, what was your brick, Mace?
Morales sucks.
Yeah,
Okay, right? 2 words. You got a brick?
Hi, Cappy.
Okay, my brick. 1 word.
I Cappy.
I Cappy.
I Cappy. That's a very good brick.
That is a good brick.
Yeah.
1 word. Maybe.
I like it.
Just think about that for a quick second there, Mace. Maybe.
By the way, that's how you can.
Maybe.
That's how you can. But if you use that as your response to everything, you can stay somewhat politically neutral.
Yes.
Maybe.
In other words, like if I say to you, would you ever consider voting for Biden or would you ever consider voting for Trump? And you go, maybe.
Maybe.
I have no idea where you stand
Right.
now politically.
Maybe.
Yeah.
In fact,
Maybe's good.
Maybe and 3 dots. Maybe.
It's an ellipses.
Is that what that's called?
An ellipsis.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
ellipses.
I had no idea.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what that Bergman writes in ellipses.
I thought
So do
that's
I.
like.
I use ellipses.
I
So do
would use a lot of
use
dot,
it.
dot, dots.
I didn't know that's what it meant. I thought that was like the sun and the moon.
Larry King of the ellipses.
Oh, really?
Isn't Angie Dickinson the hottest woman in the world?
Dot, dot, dot. Maybe.
Maybe. I like it.
Now,
For my money, Don Rickles is the funniest comedian ever.
Now, I'll tell you this. You guys are talking about places that you could be paid to live.
Yes.
Kentucky is really nice. Now,
Is
I
it?
was there in the summer.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful place.
Yeah.
Like, I was in Louisville briefly.
Yeah.
But Lexington, where a friend of mine who I grew up with lives now, is gorgeous.
Is it?
A beautiful place. And if you love bourbon, it's the place to be.
Oh, right.
And horse farms.
Well, that's true.
Horse farms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bourbon
that's
and
the
horse
big thing.
farms.
You know, if you want to breed horses,
That's where.
I mean, you were a horse guy like Cappy.
I
You
was
in
a
Ireland.
horse guy briefly. Yeah.
you'll be again this summer.
Oh no.
Yes,
I'm,
sir.
I'm not allowed to
Let
be
me
in
tell
your
you something.
syndicate. Your
wanna-
professional horse syndicate.
You want to be in a good mood all the time?
Yeah.
You want to have fun?
Oh, watch horses lose?
You come with me.
Yeah, come
to the
and watch my
racetrack.
horses lose.
Right, and you the excitement that you feel.
Yeah,
you
as
know?
they finish last.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's an excitement.
Did
It's
you
a-
have any winnings this year at
Yes,
all?
we had lots of winnings.
Like, did you finish up or down?
We finished down.
Okay.
So the person who, like yourself, you were solicited the opportunity to put in $20,000.
I would have come away with what?
You would have come away with about 13 grand.
Nice investment.
Yeah. Well, it's not really an investment.
You
it's
can
a
turn my
gambling venture.
20,000 into 13,000.
Right, but
wow.
but wait, but your massage chair is a depreciating asset.
Yeah, but I use it all the time.
Okay, well,
That's true. You
went
don't
to a
use the
lot of
horse.
races.
I'm not using the horse.
Yeah, but
all
then
the
he's
time.
got to drive all the way from here down to South LA.
I'll take you to
See-
Santa Anita. We'll race at Santa Anita for you.
And you can turn my $20,000
Into 13. That's
or,
impressive.
Or could turn it into 25.
Can
could
you
turn it into 30.
I should turn over my whole 401k to you.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I'll buy
He knows
horses.
a guy.
He knows a guy.
Oh, I got a great guy.
Yeah.
The horse.
The horse. There you go. All right, that's it.
I thought
Tomorrow's.
you were leaving before crosstalk.
Yeah,
and
you
I
were. You
ended up-
text that.
I ended up just like.
Is that because I said you'd lose a friend?
No,
Oh.
it
You were
was
getting
like,
outta here. You
I
were
wanted
trying to get
I
outta here.
wanted to air it out.
I have to leave
Okay.
before crosstalk on Thursday. I'm
Okay.
getting acupuncture on Thursday.
Oh,
before
good
crosstalk.
for
I'm
you.
going to get acupuncture
Really?
right now.
After your acupuncture, you should put on that ice vest thing that you promote.
Yeah,
Well,
Icebox Active.
Good idea.
Yeah, I need to get one of those.
I'm going to go get needled. You know, when you go to acupuncture,
Yeah.
you get needled,
Yeah.
just like I was this morning
Are you
here
gonna
at the
cut?
office.
Really?
Yeah.
You should cut Morales right in the mouth.
Right in the mouth.
Yeah.
All right, tomorrow at 1, we're back. In the meantime, it is